I'm gonna have to have you get. Oh, I see the problem.
Oh, now it's staying on. Hello, hello, hello.
Oh, I see the problem.
Hello, okay.
Y'all bear with us, please.
Oh, I see the problem. Oh, now it's staying on. Hello, hello,
Yeah.
hello. Oh, I see the problem.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how's everybody this evening? Y'all, I apologize for the technical glitches, but just so you know, we are live in Chicago, Illinois. We are at the embassy with Ambassador Kevin Nevels, y'all. So I want y'all to stay tuned and hang out because we got a few folks coming through. Oh, look like DJ Vale just hit the door. What you know about that right there? All right, so look at here, y'all. We are in Chicago. It's been a long day. It's been an interesting couple of days because we've been here just trying to get things together, and it's been it's a family kind of week. Babe, do me a favor. Grab that. There's a bag over there that's got some more batteries in it. Put in that wireless mic. And we've had a last minute setup because we decided to do the show over here at the embassy with my man Ambassador Kevin Nevels, the DJ extraordinaire. And y'all, tonight we're gonna talk a little bit about music. We got a few other guests coming through a little bit later on, but in the meantime, y'all hang out with us. Reminder Dot, I see you. Thank you for checking in. Dark Kim in the building. Karen Nichols, I see you. Y'all know what? I don't even have. I gotta turn my phones on and up on so I can see who all is chiming in on the Facebook side. No, baby. Mm-mm. See, this is why. See, the producer lady is falling down on her job. See, this is why. This is why. This ain't no vacation. No, baby. No, 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 no. There's a square bag, a black bag that's got all the batteries in it. You always say no show. Y'all see that? She trying to keep me from doing the show. See, I believe in being consistent. Do y'all understand? Oh, who said that I'm the new Millennium Don King? I saw that. Okay, y'all got jokes.
I tried to pull the clips out. He made me put them back up.
Let me see. Let me make sure we got everything going good. Linda Sanders, thank you very much. Y'all, so look, y'all are working with us through the technicals we have it tonight because we got we got set up and we had to get things together. No, it's a flat black bag. It's a small bag. Look at it. She pulling every bag I got over.
Your ends need to be clipped.
I mean, I heard you do hair. What you saying? Hold on, I'm about to. I gotta make sure. Let him do all the work, baby. Hold on. They got this is a comedic show tonight, y'all. They got jokes. They got jokes. But you
just said that.
What?
I'm telling you, I heard you do half.
Uh-huh. Yeah, y'all hold on one second, cause look, y'all, this. See what I gotta put up with? What are you doing, woman, back there? She said, I can't find what you talking about. See, this reason why I be on her about learning the things that go on. Yeah, I'm gonna tell your business, cause you supposed to know this stuff. See, this is what I'm talking about. You ain't on vacation. You ain't on vacation. You ain't got no vacation. You married to me. Better quit playing games. She looking for batteries for that one. If she got to go through all the little bags. Hold on, I'm gonna get ready. Oh, you left. Oh, is that what's happening? You belling on me? You belling on me under pressure? See how you are? See how you are? I'm gonna find them because I'm gonna switch this camera over here to these fellas right quick. I'm gonna let them go on and tell it, man. There go your camera right there, bro.
We live in the embassy inside Steppin with your host Brian Forbes. I'm yours truly, Ambassador Kevin Nevels. I got the DJ extraordinaire right here, DJ Vale in the building, all the way from the west side of Chi-Town. They said they call it the best side. I just said it's the other side. Yeah, the south side.
That's what P. Diddy had. They can't find him over there. West side.
P. Diddy on the west side.
P. Diddy on the west side.
He said P. Diddy on the west side. The people can't find him.
They can't find him over there.
They ain't coming over there.
That's too funny.
Y'all keep it rolling,
Right? We got a really hot show lined up for you today.
That's right, because you my co-host. Baby, grab that wireless mic over there.
Yeah. Y'all ain't gonna hear no music tonight. Y'all ain't gonna hear no music tonight. Bill didn't bring no music with him, so
This your show now?
no. My show is Sunday. Sunday from noon to 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. WZONradio.com. Check in each and every Sunday. We slow jam on a Sunday afternoon. We slow jam. We walk. We got the midday mix at 1 p.m. Yours truly.
There we go.
And DJ Bill need to tell his what day his party.
Yeah.
I
He
seen
probably
a party
don't know. He
on
probably
Sunday
It's on, right?
after it was almost over.
Right, so y'all know who's over there.
is hot.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
hot, so don't say nothing slick.
Okay. I ain't gonna say
No slick talk on the mic. Lisa Lucky, what's up, girl? I see you over there looking,
That's right. March
checking
30th,
in on us.
March 30th, we be
Lenore Leslie, keep going.
be,
Come on.
at the Loft, 752 Broadway with Lisa Lucky. That's every fifth Saturday with Lisa Lucky in Gary, Indiana. It's going down from 7 p.m. to midnight. $10 at the door. You get a $5 drink ticket. Yours truly will be on the box. So come on out. We're going to do it old school, new school, true school. We're going to be stepping, walking, line dancing, and whatever else you want to do as well.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan right there. Yeah, man, y'all, inform the people, man, about all of the different things that go on right here in the city, because there's so much stuff that happens. You know, it's funny. Chicago is one of those places, man, has so many things going on that a lot of times it's hard to keep up. Because when we got home, well, I was trying to make it here late on Friday, but that didn't work. So we ended up getting in a little bit earlier. I mean, kind of midday on Saturday, because I planned on going to see DJ Calvin over at the 50. But then when we got here, like, it was enough stuff going on, and I just didn't know where everything was. And we was finding out, of course we found out about it later, but I asked you, because you went to a set on on Saturday. Whose set was that?
Lady Sandy Meredith. It was her birthday. Shout outs to Sandy, man. Beautiful, beautiful evening. Myron and E.T. was on the box jamming, and man, it's happy birthday, Lady Sandy. Sweet, sweet, sweet lady.
That's what's up. I have, since we're on that subject, I think it's interesting, and this is one of the things about being in the Mecca or being at home, is that there are so many things going on here. It's unfortunate. I think that a lot of other cities try as hard as they can to get away with being able to do as many things as happened in one time in Chicago. They can't do it because they just don't have a populace of people who dance, and they end up fighting each other. Even though there's fighting and stuff that go on right here in the city, but I just wish, is there something y'all could say to the people that would give them better insight on how to handle these type of things rather than set themselves up for all of the infighting and failures that I see taking place?
Well, my advice is to let's all get along. Let's do a lot of collaborating instead of everybody trying to be the chief, because you guys' community is too small to be trying to be separate. We should be equal and just come together, and y'all probably could have some nicer events if you guys come together and put your ideas together, and and
Come on, man. Now
just get
them big egos don't work like that. Them folks be.
Sometimes we have to put them to the side. We have to do it here.
Yeah, but people got to be willing to do that, and I think it's a shame that not enough people are. It's like everybody thinks that they're going to build the best mousetrap, and no matter what the other person is doing, they think they're going to do it better, and sometimes end up doing it worse.
Right, Brian, because somebody's going to lose out. When it comes down to exactly what you said, communication is the biggest thing. So if they come together, like you say, maybe do some events together, everybody have a great set.
Yeah. Well, man, what we going to do, man? All we can do is try and keep the game as in check as possible. But I'm fortunate, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight have two of Chicago's coldest DJs in one place. Dig that. Vale, you've been getting around a lot, man. I've been. Go on and say it, man.
I ain't gonna do that. That's fine. Now, what you saying, Mr.
I noticed, man. You've been moving around a lot lately. Is it just me, or you getting around? I've been seeing you popping up all over the country, man.
That's just you. I mean, I do have some things. I've been around a long time.
Right.
I pretty much have things already set for me, opposed to getting them as they come.
Yeah.
They pretty much set.
Okay, stuff that you got already in your roster for the year.
Exactly.
Man, them repeats.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
That's how I move around. So
That's what's up. Well, shoot, man, that's a beautiful thing. Now I'm gonna tell you, and I sometimes I get in trouble because I get to talking about who my, my favorite DJs are, and that kind of thing. Because I get in trouble for saying what my favorite sets are and that kind of thing. You on my list, bro. You one of my favorites, and fortunately I had people like
Not mine.
the ambassador over here. You don't get to be on my list. You one of my mentors. Look, I was about to say before he cracked out a turn, you dig, that
gonna respond.
this is one of.
He not my favorite.
Oh no, okay. Well, I can see why. He be stealing all your work. I guess not.
Yeah, man.
I'm fortunate that I've been able to be around guys like yourselves, and it's funny because just being around and watching y'all work, and as I was coming up in the game, I had an opportunity, and it's funny because like now my view on music has changed so much. I don't see stuff like I did as just a regular Stepper consumer. Even though what I'm saying, I love my music. I've always loved Steppin music, especially the classics, because that's what I came up on. But it's like now playing music is a little different for me. So because I hear different stuff now. I see it from a different perspective, and my mind is always focused on the people in the crowd. So, my only thought is that, I know y'all got to operate that way. I know he does. Have y'all ever had a time that you just, for whatever reason, you just could not get the floor to move?
Well, I can speak on that first before he just.
Before you butcher it up?
I assume that everybody have had that at one time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We're not perfect when it comes to this. You know what I mean? So if some nights when you think you got a bad night, that might be your good night.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But,
Dig
yeah,
that.
I mean, it's been time where.
And I think the people get to decide more than anything else, right?
Exactly. It be the peoples who tell you that.
Okay, put the mic up closer.
Right.
Okay.
If peoples tell you that, those nights when you think you done bad, they will actually say you did a great job, and you be like, I thought I maybe I did bad, but didn't. But at some point you gonna have one of them nights where you
Dig
just
that.
feel like you ain't did nothing that night.
Well, I've been told before too that people sometimes just come to the event just to hear the music, and we be as a jockey, we be like, why they not dancing? Why they not dancing? They just come to hear the music. So you never know when you just doing extremely bad.
Mhm.
They be like, man, you was jamming. Like, well, why you didn't dance? I was just enjoying the
Just there
music.
for the music, yeah. Well, that's all. But I mean, I think personally, I think that's a hell of a compliment that a person would come out because they know you're going to play their music and they want to sit and be able to listen to that without even dancing.
But if you got a packed house and nobody's dancing, then you got a problem.
Yeah, something wrong.
Something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because when I grew up, I most of my jobs are more likely it wasn't a packed house, so I got good experience from that. It not being a packed house.
Mm-hmm.
So when you got 10 peoples in a set, and that's it, and you got all 10 up there dancing, that's where you get your experience from.
Yeah,
Opposed
yeah,
to
yeah.
having a packed house. So I think the ones that have a packed house, it's a lot easier for them to get up on the floor than opposed to not to, because sometimes it might be a song that people might not want to dance to, probably would just dance just because of the floor be so packed and it's an opportunity to dance at that point. You understand what I'm saying with that?
Yeah, I do. That makes sense.
It make a lot of sense because, and actually, my brother DJ Dan taught me that coming into the game, learn how to play in front of 20 people.
True that.
He said if you can play in front of 20, you can play in front of 2,000. He said play like it's 20 people here. Play like it's 2,000 people.
I thought it was me who said that.
But you told Dan.
He stole. He said you stole my line.
He told Dan.
There it is.
But speaking on this guy here,
That's a true fact.
and I told him too, before I really knew him like I know him now, I just watched him. I watched him, and not from the front. I watched him from the back, and just watched how he.
Did you watch him from the back or did you watch your
didn't know
back?
Man, I
I
watched
never
him.
knew that.
I told him that.
I never knew
I
that.
watched him how he, pushed them buttons on the controller and turning buttons and here and that. And I watched him and came home and practiced and got better like that.
You know what?
It was fast too. He learned quick.
Yeah, you can operate the camera. Operate the camera, producer lady. Zoom it in. Look, Shorty, can you zoom it in some more?
Yeah, women want to see.
Okay, now turn it a little bit. There you go. Now zoom the lens in. Look, we gotta get the producer lady. We gotta get her working.
Zoom in and turn it
Other
to the
way.
left.
There you
That's
go.
where
There you
I'm
go.
at.
There. Keep going. Stop right there. Okay. We putting the producer lady to
I
work,
watched him-
y'all, for once.
I watched him intensively and learned.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
So, and I'm glad you said that, Ambassador, because one of the things, and I've tried to stress this, shout out to, I don't know what she's calling herself now. I apologize for not knowing her new DJ name, but Africa out of California was here this weekend. And she told me that DJ Fly Diva is her new mentor. And I thought that was interesting. But one of the things that I've stressed on this show on multiple occasions is that when people want to start doing stuff around this Steppers community or anything, they should find a mentor. They should find somebody that is capable of giving them the game. Now, of course, no matter who it is, the quality is going to be different. The lessons are going to be different. But I think it's important that people attach themselves to others to learn this game. So much like Kevin watched you, like I've worked under Daryl Greenwood, Smooth. He came up under Pony Mac, and it's just amazing to me when I talk to the different DJs and I understand who groomed who, and we know as we coming up in this game, man, that that is cold, man. But I think that people need to take the time to attach themselves to someone,
And I'm
and
always watching, no matter who it is.
Yeah, you gotta watch
No
and
matter
learn
who
from
it is.
everybody.
It could be one of this jockey. You don't assume that
Mhm.
as being on that level. I watch that as well.
yeah.
You can always learn something from
Absolutely.
anybody.
I know I was doing a set one night, and I filled in for somebody. It was on a Sunday set, and I came in, and they were like, "Man, can you hook up for me?" And I was like, "Yes, I got you." So I hooked up. Myron was on his way out. He had to catch a flight. And that's why they asked me to hook up, so I did. And I was standing there playing, and Myron had a chicken wing in his mouth, and he was like, "B, B." And he walked over to me, and he turned it up. He's like, "Turn it up." He's like, "If you can't feel it, they can't feel it." My man. But you see, that's
My motto.
the graciousness and the and the ability. It wasn't about nothing but, "Here, brother, let me help you and show you the way." You know what I'm saying? And all of that matters. And so it's always important that we make sure that we continue to keep our hands on each other. Which brings me to the point I want to y'all. I don't know about y'all. I know me, and he said what he said earlier is what triggered this. He said when he watched you from behind and then he turned around and he came home and he practiced. Do y'all still practice right now today? Even though you work a lot, you do a lot of sets. Do y'all still practice and still work on your music?
I don't, because sometimes I think it just takes away from what I do. It's like when I get in my car, I might not listen to no music because I'm always, I'm out playing music at the event. So it might take away how I feel about what I'm doing.
It's funny you say that. That just happened. That literally just happened to us the other night.
I have to. I don't work as much as Vel, so I gotta practice. And another one of my mentors, my brother DJ Cross, taught me how to listen to music and listen what goes good in front of a song and what goes good behind a song. Where you can sound unpredictable.
Got you.
Where you're not playing the same 3 songs in a row all the time. And then as you go through your list of music, you'll start finding other songs that go good with the main song that you're playing.
And see, like, now, for me, I absolutely do continue to. I mean, I don't know if it's, and I'm not sure if the reason why I practice is because I'm always trying to get better, but I also know that I love this music so much that I'm literally sometimes just sitting there. Look, man, I literally got a controller and a computer next to my bed. I can't. It's that serious for me. Like I get in that mood, man, and I just want to do something. So I play music to myself.
For me personally, I have to stay in my computer with the, in my software because you'll forget the music.
Right, because it happened during the pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
When the pandemic came,
Oh yeah.
everybody was out of sync.
Yeah.
For that reason. We wasn't playing. If we weren't going live, you was out of sync. You didn't know what your music was, and your mind was telling you what you should play and what you shouldn't play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you gotta pretty much stay in it.
And going back on some stuff, this guy here, he stayed on my shoulder he said, Kev, they gotta feel that music, man.
Yeah.
They gotta
Yeah.
feel it.
Yeah, I mean it's true. Because I look at myself like there are times that I feel like if I'm, like he said, if I'm not feeling it,
Right.
they not feeling it. And I get in a zone sometimes, man, and I know if I'm feeling like this, man, y'all gotta be feeling what I'm
I
feeling.
done got in trouble, man, for playing it too loud.
Probably distorted.
Tell Kevin to turn it
It's
down.
probably distorted. That's probably what it was.
He said it's probably distorted. He's like, yeah, Kevin, you ain't using your equipment right.
Turn it down. That ain't loud enough.
That's what's happening. So let me ask y'all something. DJs, since we're on a DJ sort of music sort of conversation, let's get into some technicals right quick. How do y'all feel about different types of equipment? And here's why I'm asking. I go to sets and I've played next to people and I look at what they're using. And not that the equipment is going to make you a better DJ, but I look at some of the stuff that people are using and I think to myself, seem like you would use a little bit better equipment than that. And I know that the equipment itself is not going to make you a better or worse DJ, but I think that
But it
it
helps.
shows your level of seriousness
But it
about what
helps.
you're doing. Okay, yeah, talk to me about it, because I'm,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? We talk about quality.
right, and there you go.
We talk about quality. It helps. I mean, you don't want to get nothing. Gemini was the top of the line before we had New Wire, Denim,
Mhm.
Pioneer, and all that stuff back then. But now don't nobody really use Gemini today
Right.
because of the quality of what it is. Like
Mhm.
you talk about like Serato as well. You know what I mean? Some people don't like Serato. I never had virtual, but some people still like virtual.
I love
Like
I love virtual.
So you love
See, I
virtual.
can't stand Serato.
And I'm not a computer type of guy, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? But I don't learn some things, having a computer. But Serato was something that I actually came straight in and done, never had virtual.
Yeah, most people who play do play from Serato because that's the only thing they've ever used, and they don't really. And most people don't use virtual because they really have not explored it
Right.
and understand really how deep it
Exactly.
runs. Because it's really a
right.
great program.
Yeah,
I've
it's a
done
great
almost
Well,
all
I
of
started
them.
off with virtual.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to use it now.
Man, that
I've been
virtual
away
is off
from
the
it for
chain.
so long. But and speaking on the equipment, when I got started, my first piece of equipment was my Pioneer SX2.
You never used Gemini?
Yeah, I had a
You
Gemini.
sounded like it.
Yeah, I had a Gemini controller.
I'm quite sure every disc
But,
had Gemini. at some point.
But Dan was like, again, shout out to Dan Fielder. He was like, hey, if you serious about this,
Right, right.
we got to get some good equipment.
Right, right.
I spent
Quality
$1,000
Quality means a
on
whole
a
lot.
controller before I even knew what
There you go.
the button would do.
Quality
Any
means a whole
button.
lot.
Huh?
Quality means a whole lot.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta say that.
But then another thing too, like we travel, sometimes it's convenience for the smaller controllers.
Right.
Now
That might not have the quality
that
you
might
look
not
for.
have the sound
Yeah.
card as the big.
There are
ones.
times where I'll take my SB3, which is the smallest thing
Yeah.
Pioneer makes, because most of my controllers are Pioneer. But I'll take that and I don't even carry the SB3 anymore now. I just take my SR2 everywhere.
Right.
Because I got a special bag for it, and everything in there. I got everything
Which
I
is
need in that
another
one
smaller
bag.
controller.
Yeah.
But it's
It's bigger than the
It's a step
SB3,
better
but
than
it's
the
smaller than my SX3, and it's definitely smaller and lighter than my range. So,
right.
and it is easy. It's a good travel board, in my opinion, and it's quality enough
Right,
for me
so
to
you're
be able
pretty much
to
cool
do
with
my
that,
job.
The way it sounds, yeah.
Yeah, because and that's another thing. Something that I had to learn about the boards themselves is like they got different sound cards in them,
There you go.
and some of them sound better than others. I played next to somebody once
There you go.
with my Rain, and they literally had to adjust everything on the doggone mixer because that board didn't match up to the quality that was coming out of the ring. So yeah, that's a thing. I think DJs should pay closer attention to that.
True that.
You know,
Know
even
what
though
you
I'm,
buying.
huh?
Know what you buying.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
But you got people that jump in this game, man. They just want to get in, and they don't,
They made it where you can become a disc jockey overnight. Everything does itself.
Michael Samsonite said, my opinion, a DJ should try to experience all DJ software or at least the most popular. I agree with that. And that way you find out. It's kind of like religion. You just say you're a Christian because that's the way you was raised.
Yeah, but
you don't know.
It's expensive too as well. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got the money to be able to try a whole lot of things.
That's true.
You know, so how can you experience that? You know
Well,
what I mean?
they got trial versions, I don't know how they don't last
That
long,
rain
but
wasn't cheap, bro.
huh? No, no. You ain't got to tell me. Well, look, he taking a shot at me right now because I'm the one talking to him in the binding rain. Look.
Right.
I had him on the phone. I put the cables on it. Man, you need to get you one of these reins, Jack. Now I bought a what is that doggone board? I still got a new mark at the house, but it's stationary. I use it for the show. But I bought a what's that other board? What's with that thing Fly Diva uses? She uses the same doggone thing. It's got its own software and everything. No, not the Denon. It's the they make all of the doggone sound equipment
I don't know the name
boards
of
and
it,
all
but
those
I-
things. Well, anyway, it's got its own software.
Right, exactly.
I love the way that board felt when I plugged it in. I was like, ooh, this thing had the motorized platters and everything. It was beautiful. I was like, ooh, this is nice.
She pretty much mastered it too.
Oh man, I know. She cold with it. She's sick with that board. Cause I was messing with her one day. We were talking about it, and she was like, "Oh no, I love this board. I could do this. I could do that." I was like, oh, "Okay," but I did not want to because for the same reason I don't use Serato or other programs. I was kind of hooked into virtual DJ because I started to learn that master that software versus Serato. Even though I've used that too, I can use any of them, but it was like I didn't want to go through the learning curve of figuring that whole thing out. And then the board was configured slightly differently than somebody said record box. No, it wasn't record box. The board was configured slightly differently than what I was accustomed to with the Pioneers. Because what I did, one of the things that I did do when I first started DJing, I made it my business. I literally blindfolded myself and started DJing on my board. Because that way, if I was in a room that was dark, if I was in a venue where I couldn't see, even though I keep a little flashlight with me, there's nothing that I don't know where it is at my fingertips. Based on where my body is standing, I can reach right in. I can go to any control on my board. I don't have to look. And I wanted to be able to do that because it gives me more command of what I'm doing, and I'm never lost.
Right.
So and that's what made me start to stick to the Pioneer setups, except for the Rev 1 and the Rev 7, because they're set up a little bit differently. But the setup is always the same. So no matter what happens, no matter which one of my Pioneer boards I'm on, I know where everything is, period. I can just I can touch anything on there and I know exactly where I'm at all times. That's just something I did because I wanted to be better. Tractor, that's it. Thank you, Samsonite. That's exactly what it was, a tractor controller, yes. And they got their own software. The NS6 something was the one that I bought. It was like they top of the line thing. So, who is this talking about they doing a show without me? Because I can't see. I'm at a. Y'all have to forgive us over here at Inside Steppin tonight, but we decided to do a last minute setup over here at the embassy with Ambassador Kevin Nevels and my man DJ Vale. Kirk White, where you at, man? You supposed to been here. I'm gonna slap your head when I see you. I'm just letting you know now.
Brian Siamese twin brother. One of them bald headed, one of them head full of hair.
Wow.
I'm slapping your head on sight, buddy. I'm just letting you know off top, just so you know. If I'm not saying hello to you on the live, y'all, just know it's only because I'm not able to see the names of everybody that's chiming in. So we just keeping it up.
Events coming up, man. You got some events coming up, man.
Definitely.
Talk about them.
Okay, this week, myself, you know what I'm saying, me, Mona, Keith, which is MBK, You know, something we created, our own production. We're doing an event which would be this Saturday. This red and black event at the Teamster Hall on Van Buren and Ashland from 7
That's a nice
to
place.
12, yeah, which is, and I actually utilized that place years ago, which is still there.
Really?
You know, so it's enough room, plenty of parking. Y'all come out, have a great time. It's going to be great.
Is it free parking?
Parking is free.
Yeah.
Yeah, parking is free.
I got
So
turned
y'all
on to
can
that place when we went. Dark Him threw a set over there. This was what about sometime last year, Pop?
Yeah, they'll
Yeah,
be
over
in
the
the
summer.
city,
Right.
and I'll be in Gary, Indiana, with Lady Lisa.
Okay.
Right.
March 30th at the loft out there. Man, it's gonna be another great event. And see, and that's what, going back to what first thing we talked about.
Mhm.
We had 2 events, basically in the same
Exactly.
city.
Exactly.
Right.
But on the
on
other
the
side of
same
town.
other
Wait,
side of
wait, wait,
town.
wait, wait, wait. While we on that, here, let's address Sanji Stewart's post today. Did y'all see that? Where
No, I didn't.
okay,
I might have.
yeah,
She posts something.
she posted her post was about some young lady,
Yes,
a
yes.
younger stepper,
I did
who
see
had been at the Grand
I
Ballroom
did see
on Sunday night, which we should have went to the Grand Ballroom ourselves, but
it
we
was,
didn't.
and it was nice.
Yeah, we didn't see it until we
that's,
got
That's
home.
Good Times Production.
Okay,
30
yeah,
plus
Good
years.
Time Production. Now we've been
30
to their
plus
sets
years.
before. Their sets are always nice.
30 plus years.
Yes,
Great
Good
set,
Time
Shirley
Productions. Let
Jackson.
me give them a shout out. Shout out to y'all for keeping that thing going. I love consistency. It's extremely important. That's why Inside Steppin' is on every single Tuesday, no matter what, at 7 o'clock. I don't care what happens.
Did you hear
Now-
that, Poppy?
No
You
vacation.
deserve a vacation.
No vacation. No vacation.
So she came. She said. So she went to Heroes. She left the Grand Ballroom and went to Heroes. And when she got to Heroes, she said, I left one party with old people to only end up at another party with more old people.
That was funny.
Now, and Sanji did make a
She said
post
somebody
about it.
told her Heroes had the younger crowd.
Right.
She's okay. She said Heroes had a younger crowd. Well, they were younger, just still in their 60s. No, I'm just
No,
still in their
no,
50s.
I wouldn't say 60.
I'm just
They
50s,
40s.
40s, 50s,
40s,
60s.
yeah.
40,
But
50.
um,
And she's 27. That's a big difference.
She's
That's a big
she
difference.
12. She sound like she 12.
well, you know, it's one of those things
Yeah.
where
She was new to Steppin'.
yeah, and
Probably
she's
so.
she's new
Probably
to the
so.
game.
Yeah,
but I
probably so.
but like I've been saying, there is a changing of the guard taking place. We're dealing with a lot more and newer people coming into this, DJing, promoting, stepping, the whole nine. We are, and okay, the original steppers, which you know came out of the 70s and early 80s, like myself. Then you have what I refer to from the early 90s, you know, and going up, the Y2K steppers. Even the guys who were new at the game at that time are now becoming the older crowd. They're now becoming the passe steppers, the ones that ain't nobody, you know, they're still paying attention. Oh, yeah, that's so-and-so and so-and-so.
Right.
10 more years, bruh, we talking about a whole new crop of folks.
There you go.
And
No old out, the new in.
yeah,
So
and the
it's-
new is coming in. So what we got to do is be able to get him the game so that it doesn't
right.
get completely lost in
True that.
translation.
True that.
You know, and that's why it's important for us to continue, you know, doing the work that we do on places like Inside Steppin', and you know, the
They gotta
DJs
be-
keep touching
they
more
gotta be
DJs.
welcomed when they, you know, they got to be accepted. You know, we want them to come to the events. You know, we want to play younger music for them, some of the faster music for them. You know, but we have to play for the other people as well. So they have to embrace what we
The
already
original
got
and
going on.
yeah. Okay, well check this out. I got a question on the YouTube channel. Yo Rashad Gaming asks, for new DJs that are trying to get into the stepping world, it seems like it's gate kept, only to the more seasoned DJs, not allowing younger hands to touch the boards. Is that true, and why? Vale, I'm gonna let you start.
I wouldn't say true. You know, I think it's pretty much, most disc jockeys are, they're pretty much territorial. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
They don't want nobody to come in and try to steal what they got going on. So some of them get confused with that. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to new people's coming in and trying to take over from what they built.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's probably why it's harder for some of them to get in because of that reason. You know what I'm saying? The old are not done yet, and they just want to protect their territory.
Yeah.
When it comes to disc jockey.
Because we are, I mean, they are still in the game.
Exactly, because
You
you probably got a lot of people out here. A lot of disc jockeys are a lot better that are outside the circle, but are not getting the work because don't nobody know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to build on that.
Yeah.
You got to have patience on that. You know what I mean? Eventually you'll get to that point where they'll utilize you and know what you can do and what you can't do.
Mm-hmm.
And
gotta
that's how you
come-
get in. You just can't just jump right in.
Yeah.
Right.
What are your thoughts, Kevin?
Well, I think they should come to the, or do what I did, come to the events and start meeting people.
Mhm.
Like
Making connections.
Like I didn't know. Bill said before. He said, "Man, when I met you, bruh," he said, "You didn't seem like you was thirsty. You didn't seem like you was trying to cut me out to cut yourself in. No, I just
Right.
wanted to be
And
a
that
part
happens.
of it. You know, so that's what helped me. And then, and you know, and in the beginning, I was embraced by everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just your own personal demeanor.
And you pretty much knew everybody anyway from going to the sets from years ago.
Right, right.
So it was pretty much easier for you than it probably would have been for another individual. So,
Well,
So he should come. That guy,
Exactly.
he should
Mhm.
come to the events, man, and start. You know, shake hands with the DJs. Let them know you're a DJ, and just come out, shake hands with them, and learn what's going on.
right.
Like shout out to my brother DJ Outlaw in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because we have some, you know, we talk all the time. I tell him, hey, bro, you need to come to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy being
Okay.
a disc jockey. I gotta say that.
I'm gonna say this because sometimes I almost feel like I skirted a lot of the technicals getting in the game myself.
But
On
like
the
you
other
just said,
hand-
you knew people.
Hey, right. See, on the
Exactly.
other hand, I'm a Chicagoan. You know what I'm saying? Born and bred. I came up in the late '70s around this. You know what I mean? That was my group. You know, I was still young, but I came up behind people like Josiah and them cats that was a little older than me, watching them, emulating what they did, learning my game from them. But the music was always a major part of that. And that was something that I remember. I
know the
know
music.
that music
You knew the music.
because that's how I grew up. And you know, they say
Exactly.
music is the
Music, right.
soundtrack of your life. So, needless to
what that
say,
mean.
when you remember the times and it takes you back, you just be like, man, and you know what to play. You just automatically know what the people love. And then it was like, for me, speaking in regard to the whole gatekeeper comment, let me just say this to you. Keep in mind that I'm also a person who attends people's events. I go places. And I say on this show all the time, make relationships. Relationships are critically important. The reason I was given the opportunity to play in places where other guys couldn't even they wouldn't even get welcomed is because of the relationships that I had with people. And they say, oh man, come play for me. Okay. You know, and then after they saw what I could do because I practiced, even though I know the music, I still know that there are things that I need to know, not only about my equipment, but about the software, about my library of music, about how to prepare my library of music to know what needs to be played and when. And so, and I did that by studying other DJs.
Right.
I had great mentors like the ambassador over here. I had, you know, Daryl Smooth Greenwood, Stretch Alex was one of those people who gave me a lot of information. So it was like when the time came for somebody to say, hey man, I need you, I was able to step right up, boom, and I was in the game. And I had more people over a period of time say, you know, hey man, come play. So before long, now I'm playing all over the country. And I'm cool with that. Even though we're broadcasting inside Steppin and all of that, I still do love to DJ. So whenever I get the opportunity, I do that. So now, like Vale was saying earlier, I got a whole roster that no matter what happens, every single year, them people calling me.
There you go.
And that's how you get in the game.
Exactly.
So
Can I say something?
go ahead.
Shout out again, my buddy DJ Rockin' Matt.
Rodney Mack.
Detroit.
Yo.
brother Juan, who does the Midwest Affair in Toledo. He told me.
Put that mic up, man.
He told me verbatim out his mouth that he uses Rodney because when he had his first event, the DJ didn't show up or something.
That happens a
Rodney
lot.
Mack said, "Hey man, I got my stuff in the car. You want me
Always,
to play?"
DJs always keep your equipment, keep something with you on deck. You
He
don't
said,
never
yeah.
But
know
you-
what's gonna happen.
But you know what though? I'm probably one of the few that don't do that.
Man,
I don't know why.
I do.
I'm
That's
just
how
one of
I
the-
got
I'm
some
just
of the
one of
gigs
the
I
few
got
that do
now.
that.
And I don't need
'Cause
it, and I
most,
probably
most
should.
of the time, like you say, most disc jockeys will have their equipment in the car or something like that. I'm just different from that. I
I
don't know why.
keep
Just,
some equipment around me.
Rodney
Yeah.
Mack had his stuff in the car.
Right.
The guy let him play.
Mm-hmm.
He been doing the event since day one.
Look here,
Mm-hmm.
that's how I ended up. Now the pool party at the Phoenix Jam with Angie Fain is mine. I host a pool party every single year now.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
Because
That's nice.
of that very reason.
That's
because
nice.
and it was crazy because like my wife be laughing at me because everywhere we go, even when we flying, I take all this equipment and stuff with us because when we doing the broadcast.
Right.
But I always make sure I got DJ equipment with
Right.
me, and she's be laughing at me. She be like, "Yeah, they got about 15 DJs. They ain't gonna need you." I'd be
I could
damned if
see
it
that.
didn't happen.
I could see that.
No. She
can see that.
she ain't exactly
see
say it
bringing
like
your
that.
equipment in that
But-
scenario of it. Yeah.
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
But the point was, they needed me. They needed me. And the bottom line is, I got up there and I killed it. So
you
for
go.
me,
He was possessed.
that makes no, not speakers too.
possessed.
You always want to keep a controller
Right.
and your library with
said
you.
speakers.
Yeah. Keep your controller. Yeah, you ain't taking speakers.
No.
Just keep your controller, your music, and if you gotta have a laptop, with
new
with
guy.
your controller, because
Right,
some
no
people have
equipment.
like Myron's controller. He don't use a laptop. He plugs his things in and he go to work.
Right.
Have what you need to
Right.
be able, because most
Right.
sets they
To
already
plug
gonna have a
in.
mixer there. They already gonna have
Right, they
speakers
set
set
up.
up.
Right.
All you should be able to do is plug your board in and go to work.
That's right.
Simple as that.
Right.
If you do that right there, you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed.
Tell them what Dave Beavers taught me. Every DJ is responsible for their own equipment.
That's right. Every DJ is responsible for their own equipment. If you come in there and they say, "Hey man, plug in," the only thing you should be doing is seeing where the spot on the mixer is for you to plug in at.
Right.
Look at the controls on your slot. Make
Right.
sure you're mic down, level down, so when you plug in, you don't disrupt nothing that nobody else is going on.
Right.
And when it's time for you to queue up, bring your volumes up and get ready to roll. Simple as that. And you should know your stuff enough to know where your controls are on your board so that when you're ready to go to work, it should be a seamless transition. And that's it.
And don't forget your computer cord at home.
Yeah. don't forget.
Right,
And
'cause-
don't forget your,
Like
I
your
did
computer
before.
cord at home. Because that stuff does happen. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. You gotta have your.
Oh man, one time I think I thought I lost my because I all my music is I keep them on a terabyte, them SanDisk, and the TSA agent had took a bunch of stuff out of my bag. I was like, man, if this lost my music jack, I'm gonna snap. And I searched my bag for about 30 minutes and I found it. And I was like, whoo, boy, you should have seen the sweat pouring off my head.
You talk about sweat. I went through the airport one year going to, I think it was Vegas. And you know, they make you take your laptop out, put it on there bare.
Mm-hmm.
They should have something to protect that though. And I'm talking about it was crowded and the whole veil just whole laptop jumped up out of there, boom, fell on the ground.
Oh,
I thought I was doomed, man. I was
Oh,
like,
my
I was ready to fight. I ain't gonna lie. I was ready to fight. But unfortunately, it fell. It survived. It like, because it hit the corner of it. The hard part of the laptop.
yeah,
The corner of it.
yeah.
It hit the
So
corner
it
of
didn't tear up a bunch.
So it didn't break the screen or none of that. I'm still using that same laptop today, and I was like, now, man, when I go to the
Blessings.
laptop, that'd be the last thing I put on the in order to go through. And
know
I'm
that's
jumping in
right.
front of everybody to get down there before it go through
I
there.
know that's right.
You know what I mean? Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Oh,
you know,
Antonito here. She said you played the African event first, right? I believe that might have been. Was that my first national set? Yeah, I think it was.
you-
Yeah.
you
So
did
shout out
African
to
event?
huh?
You did African event.
Yeah, I did. I
I'm
did.
going.
I
I'm
did out
going
in
there in
Vegas.
June.
Yeah.
I'm going there in June, and
Okay.
the young lady you were speaking on, I met her yesterday for the first time.
Yeah, I did.
'Cause she
That
up
was
there
my
with Fly
first
D.
national
Yeah.
event. Stretching them, they called me
Yeah,
out
so
there
I'm
to do
going
that
down
thing. We broadcast and I DJ'd the day set.
Jan too. I forgot her name, but yeah, she.
Yeah, yeah, Africa. That's who I was just talking about when I was talking about
Right,
the young
right.
lady that was here this weekend.
Right, exactly.
She was here with DJ Fly Diva.
We had two people from France. They said bonjour, great show. And then Gerald Daly said tell my mentors, I said I need 1 hour of playing time.
Actually, what he called me, the male what?
That's my man. 10 Trey, baby. 10 Trey all day. That's my
the
family
male
right there.
man.
Oh, Gerald, that's my guy. Yeah.
Wow.
So me and him came up. We cradled to the grave, Jack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The ickies.
So yeah, man. So the main thing is, to all, aspiring DJs, man, just be in the right place at the right time and know
Yeah.
your stuff when you're
Yeah.
there. Because I'm gonna tell you something.
always.
You got a lot of guys out here
That's always.
that swear they cold DJs and they trash. I'm just gonna say it. I'm not just being funny.
But that's
I'm just
one thing.
saying.
That's one thing I do respect you for. You know what I'm saying? You keep it real.
I got to.
Sometimes people they take that,
I know.
in a criticism type of way.
Well,
But
here's the thing about that. I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you finish. But here's the thing about that. I need people to understand.
Right.
If I wasn't here to make sure that the information was accurate,
right, true that.
what good am I?
That's right.
I'm just
That's right. I
I'm just a
understand
bunch
that.
of gossip and a bunch of nonsense. The reason I do what I do, the way I do it, is because I need people to understand that nobody is gonna hold your hand if your shit is garbage. I mean, let's just be real about it.
Right. That's right.
Step your game up. This is not how they do it in Little League now. Everybody get a trophy, a participation trophy. This ain't the
Practice.
participation trophy game.
Practice.
You want to be off the bench.
Right.
You want to get off the bench. Step your game up.
Michael Jordan was good at it.
Yep.
He would let you know if you was trash, he was gonna tell you. He wasn't gonna sugarcoat it. You know what I'm saying?
But he practiced.
Get it right.
That's right. That's
Get it right.
And that's and as far as being, DJing in this game, and here's another thing that I came to realize recently, as a matter of fact, because I got hired to do some other events that weren't Steppin events. And it made me realize that you could any DJ can play some hip hop music. Any DJ can play almost any other genre of music. You got to be special to play Stepper's music. You got to really have a clear understanding of this culture and these people to be able to play this music. You can't pull a DJ off the street and say, I need you to play this Stepper set.
There you go.
Ain't gonna work.
You
got to be special to
half
do
of them
this.
don't know about stepping.
That's right.
You know what
Boy,
I'm
I had
saying?
this
But
conversation with
being
my
versatile is you don't have a lot of people that are versatile too as well. Yeah, that comes from experience, like you say.
Yep.
I done did wedding reception, anniversaries, and all that type of stuff. That don't make you a disc jockey. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're just a steppers DJ, you got to be versatile. I would say. Stepping is hard because most disc jockeys don't know nothing about stepping if you haven't experienced it before.
I think that was an advantage for me for learning the game quicker because
You was
before
there.
this jockey and I was dancing.
You was in it.
Yeah.
Hey man,
So I
Kurt
can-
White said he started you off, and don't forget it. Hey Kurt, I don't know why you ain't here because you said you was
No, he
coming.
owed me money. He owed me
He
money.
said you owe him some money, man. That's why you didn't come through.
right.
But it's cool though, because if you show up in that Cadillac, Jack, you walk at home. I'm just saying, and I'm gonna slap your head when I see you.
But yeah, I think I had an advantage because I was a dancer first.
Right.
That part.
And I kind of
Yep.
knew like
The music.
the music. I knew the music. I always knew
That
the
matters.
music because being the
It
youngest
matters.
out of 7. Because when I was a kid, my brothers and sisters on payday, everybody brought home a 45 and an LP.
Man,
Yeah.
that's what's up.
That's where all my money went. All my money went on LPs, CDs, music alone. Anthologists, all my money went on that. Before they came out with the bootleg thing, you know what I'm saying? Where
Yeah.
you get 15 good songs on one CD for $10. Remember that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
15 good hits.
it's
And I felt like I was cheated because I had spent all this money and got all this music. Now you can get everything you want on just one
Man.
CD.
right quick.
But you
But
know, that's the history
But
of
the
it.
cool thing is, though, I mean, like now, and this is what makes it. Antonita made a comment on it. She said it's too easy to DJ now.
Still ain't easy.
I
Still ain't easy.
It's
not easy.
I don't completely agree with her. However, because I mean, even though the music is now all digital and we can keep it all on one little drive and throw it in our pocket, when it used to be you had to carry crates. That's before my time.
That's the
but-
only easy thing.
But
You gotta carry it
that's the
yourself.
only easy thing about it. The controllers make it easy to do things that most DJs had to be creative enough to figure out back in the day.
Technology.
The technology is up to date. However, there is so much technology now in the game, you got to know how to use that.
Exactly.
And
Most of
everybody can't do it.
Everybody can't do it.
And everybody, you know what? Let me tell you something. I am amazed at how many DJs I meet and have met that actually don't even know what everything on their board does.
I don't. I don't
I
know
do.
everything is.
I made it my business. I was with
I would
with
love to, but I don't know everything on there.
I was
know
with a
it's lot
DJ
on there.
once, a very well-known DJ, and he had a big old ass SX or LSZ, one of them big old boards, and it had a bunch of nice stuff on it too. Had the heads-up display and all that. And he was like, man, he was something he was trying to figure out. I was like, here you go right here. And he was like, man, dang, dog. And it was 2 or 3
Lesson
things
learned.
I showed him
Lesson
right there.
learned, just that quick.
Just like that, he was like, damn. But see, and it's like, yeah, you could go buy these big old boards and, you could get all of this nice stuff. But if you're not going to use it,
What's the
there's no
purpose?
point. Because, like, I could take my SB3, which is your basic run-of-the-mill, lowest common denominator board, and I can still do everything with it. It's a little more complicated because you don't have the switches right at your fingertips, but
Right.
everything can still be done on that same board. That's nothing more than a mini version, really, of an SR2.
Right.
But everything is there. But
that was
unless you
ano-
know,
that was another thing I learned from watching too, because Shorty Smooth, he know what every button on that controller do. And I watched him punch buttons and push buttons, and went home and learned what those buttons did by watching Shorty.
Now, El Lamar, I'm gonna get this question to you because you've been DJing the longest out of us. A quick question for today is: do you still feel passionate now as you did in the beginning, and how can you explain how you matured being a DJ?
No, I don't. I don't feel passionate, is what I'm saying. Because actually, sometimes I do get tired of it.
Okay,
You know what I mean? But
I can see that.
I mean, there are some times though, well, I do feel it in the love of the game. That keeps me in it because I still do love it.
well, but you know what? Most of the people who are in this game for the love, we do this for the people. It ain't really almost got nothing to do with us. Not really. At least that's what I think. That's my opinion. And I say that, and I'm speaking for myself, I guess, more or less, because the same reason Inside Steppin continues to survive and do what it does is because everywhere I go, when people walk up to me and they say, man, I love your show, man, I learned this, I learned that, I got an opportunity to see who's who and that type of thing.
Right.
It makes it cool for me because it means that I'm building in the community. And that's my only real goal with all the stuff that I do. Now, don't get me wrong, I love to play my box. I do.
Right.
And it's a weird thing because I did never set out to be a DJ. That was not on my agenda. I did it because
Him either.
So what
Same
Yeah.
thing with him.
we had a where I live, we don't have any stepper DJs. We got me and my man DJ Mr. Mello now in San Antonio. And the only reason I'm there is because we didn't have anybody else that was willing to step up or do it. So I just started doing it because I needed somebody to play my set. I wasn't going to sit up there and be, sitting up with my laptop and keep,
Right.
So I went on and got a controller and I started learning how to use it. And then it just kind of hit me. I'm like, damn, I kind of like this. So here I am now,
I can see that.
So every chance I get to play a set now, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna
right.
play my box,
I heard
and I'm
that.
gonna make the people move. I want you out your
right.
seat, and if you in your seat, I want you sitting over there doing
There
this.
you go.
You understand me?
There you go.
I want you
go.
chair dancing.
Right.
So
There you go.
now, Wisecast says, do they sell USBs with music on them? If so, how much and how can I buy it? Well, that depends
all
on the
the time.
DJ. Yeah. Vale, you keep some, don't you?
Well, yeah, I do. Not all the time. I don't focus on it as much as I used to, because there's so much music that
Man.
everybody's getting the same music.
Yep,
You know what
yep.
I'm saying? With all these different flash drives.
Yep.
You get a
I
flash
agree.
drive from this person and that person, and everybody, you got the same music. So
I
what
agree.
they be expecting is something totally different. And when they get it, then now there's a problem.
Yep.
Oh, I got this already. I didn't know this was a. So sometimes I don't even sell it just because of that reason.
I
done
am
gave people
very
their money
much
back.
like you. My wife stay on me. You
Right.
should be selling drives. You should be selling drives.
Right.
But sometimes I'm like,
It get complicated.
man, because if you've been
Yeah, I
around
know
this
it.
long enough, Certain songs you got already.
Oh, yeah.
And if
Yeah,
I give
without
you a
doubt.
bunch of songs that you're not really familiar with, because see, I play a lot of stuff people haven't heard before.
Right. I
You ought to
believe
see.
that.
I love when I
I
got
believe
fellow
that.
DJs over there trying to Shazam my music. That's
Right,
how
right.
I know I'm doing my thing. But but you know,
Tell it on you, man, low key.
yeah,
No.
you
Tell
know,
it. What is it?
Yeah, come over here with ET.
Oh, we ain't gonna
Oh, yeah,
talk
we,
about that.
yeah.
yeah. So
what's
Yeah.
the big thing DJs, don't like to,
here, wait a minute, hold on. What was you saying? Go ahead. What was you saying?
I mean, being a stepper and not a DJ, when we come in and we step to a song and then we try to Shazam it and we can't, and so you go and ask the DJ and the DJ doesn't want to give it to you, so should we be offended by it or should we just respect that DJ doesn't want to share music?
Let me answer that.
Interesting
Uh-oh.
question.
I mean,
Uh-oh.
Good question, though. Great question.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking as a stepper, not as a DJ, but a person that
Right.
loves the music.
Well,
Hold on right quick. She wanted to know, in case for those of you who did not hear her question, she wanted to know that sometimes as consumers, as regular steppers, when you're at a set and you ask a DJ for a certain song and they don't give it to you, should you be offended or should you just respect it? Because you couldn't be Shazammed. And Kevin Neville's, the ambassador, is about to answer that question for us.
well,
Go ahead, sir.
well, she was just asking my opinion. 'Cause my opinion is Shazam is, we didn't create Shazam. Whoever created Shazam created Shazam. So that's what it's for. It's to Shazam music, so
Right, to find out what a song
to
is.
whatever
if
you want to
know.
do
Yeah.
with it. Right, to find out what the song is, who made it. Now if you ask a disc jockey, because some songs don't Shazam,
Right.
like a remix,
Right.
or we'll.
It don't have to be a remix.
But it
could
don't
just-
have to be
yeah.
a
There's a
remix.
couple of
You
songs
can't
that
Shazam
Just
every
yeah.
can't
song.
Shazam.
They just not.
And
yeah.
then my thing is, if somebody, I'm speaking for myself, somebody asks me, I just tell them, hey, such and such made it, and this the name of it. And
Right,
then
let them
it's
figure
up
out
to
how to get
you
it.
to go get it. Absolutely.
Right.
It shouldn't be a problem, And then most of the time, like my sister said, it's people that's not a disc jockey who's asking.
Right.
So what's wrong with telling them?
Right. No, I agree. I because I had a situation happen to me last year with a DJ. He was playing it was a beat in this song that I had heard probably a year or two earlier. And it was funky and I liked it. And I was like, dang, I want that. So when I heard him play it, I was like, oh, that's it. So I went over to him and I said, hey man, can I get that one cut right there from you? Oh, well, this is this is so and so made this and I can't give it to you. Oh, okay. And I ain't gonna lie, I got in my feelings. I was pissed off. That boy made me mad. You know what I mean? And I literally had somebody tell me, man, he cool, man. Don't do that. Because I was man, you
They
know
told me that I was gonna stop being his friend.
So this what happened. The mix that he made, he sit up there, and I guess what pissed me off about it. I'm like, man, who the hell you think you talking to, bro?
Right.
I know who made the mix. I could go to him and get it, probably before you. But I was like, you know what? So I listened to him play for the rest of the night, and he played nothing but this same person's mixes. And I said, man, you are trash, bro. First of all, don't nobody want to hear mixes all night.
Hello.
See,
I'm just like
that's
quiet.
number one.
I'm quiet.
Number two, it ain't gonna make you a better DJ, bro. Play your own, but how about you play your music? Why don't you do some mixes on the fly since you so cold? You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie, it made me mad. But I
That don't
came
happen
down
to
off
him.
of that because there's a part of me that understands. There's a part of me that gets it, but it's almost like, why hog the music? You think that, okay, so and-so made a new mix. All right. Well, everybody ain't hearing this. They think, for some reason, they seem to think that because they made this mix, that they're going to get hired before you because nobody else can play this mix.
Not
Man,
true.
go on with that trash.
Not true.
Oh, I know it's not true.
Not true.
But in their mind,
Not true.
this is what they think.
And exactly, that's what they think. 'Cause
That's
if
what they think.
If you think about it, back in the days, it was like we had LPs. So whenever somebody got new music, they took that one album, and they took that one album to every disc jockey in the city,
Because they wanted it played.
to play it.
That's right.
You know, that's what they did then. But the day is different now. Everybody wanted, yeah, exactly. They selfish.
Seemed like to me they
Everybody
would
wanna
want
be-
that love.
I don't
Right.
get it,
And
man.
recognition
I just don't
for
get
making it.
Cause I ain't selfish like that, so I really.
Man,
I
you ain't there now. Like
They ain't-
he ain't never done like
ain't gonna-
me
I
and him
don't
done
understand
exchanged plenty of music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's
My
never a
whole
thing.
library.
It's not
Yeah.
what, and then if it's not what you know, it's who you know too as well.
Yeah, that part.
So,
Yeah.
But that
I
was
just
the, you know, and I guess that was the funny part because I guess he thought I didn't know.
Can't nobody
All right,
explain
bro.
to me and make me understand like why they shouldn't give you a song.
I'm just one of those individuals that it didn't affect me, and I didn't get mad or pissed off about it because of the fact that I was doing what I was doing before they even came out with remixes.
Right.
Before they
Right.
came out with remixes, I was doing my thing before that. You know what I mean? I could do my thing even if they don't have remixes.
Right.
You know, I could pretty much go in my library and play nothing but just straight music and still be able to do what I
And
need
kill
to do.
the set.
And kill a set.
You
But,
know-
so I don't get caught up with those type of things, John.
You know, and I'm glad you said that because you know something.
But it's okay to have remixes. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love them because I done play them too. To
And they cool to a point.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
yeah. But
I
see,
love
like, here's the thing. Like for me, and this is stuff that I've been learning on the fly as I go along. If you'd have asked me, could I play a 6-hour set a while ago, I'd have told you, 6-hour set? Is you crazy? But you know what I realized, and I got to give a shout out to DJ Stretch for this one. One day we was sitting around. This was probably about 3 or 4 years ago. We were up in Houston. We were sitting around, and Stretch started popping these questions out. And this is when I think I had bought my first controller, and we were sitting up there talking, and he said, "How many songs can you play in an hour?" And he started breaking it down, like literally to a science, to the numbers. And I'm like, damn, I never thought of it that way. But you realize in a 4-hour set, you're only going to play X amount of songs.
Right.
Now, if you go and you look at your library and your library is extensive enough, you start to understand, first of all, you will never play all of the hits.
Nope.
Now, I had a couple of DJs, I'm not going to mention no names. We were at a set one time, and we got to having this conversation about opening DJs and closing DJs. Now, the philosophy on that seems to vary across the DJ spectrum. I personally don't give a damn what you play in front of me because I'm going to still play my box. You can play every so-called major hit that's popping right now in the first hour of the set. I don't give a damn because I'm still going to rock the house. Why? Because I have the library to do it and I know what to play.
True that.
So what I guess what disturbs me to some degree is that why is it that they don't share that same philosophy? What do you think these songs right here are gonna make you a better DJ? Do you know how much music there is in the Steppin genre? Bro, I literally got folders, multiple folders with over 1,000 songs in them. You're not even gonna come close.
That's not a good disc jockey though. If they can't come behind you.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Right, exactly. That's not a good disc jockey. If they can't come behind you, opposed to like what you just said, you know what I mean? Because there's a whole lot of music, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
And to me, it's easier for me to come behind than to go in front.
Man, exactly. Because you already know what they already heard that. I'm
Right,
good.
exactly. You know what
I
mean?
know
So
what to roll. I
can
know
do
how to
either
roll.
Or, so don't neither one of them bother me before
Man.
or after.
I have this question. I don't know if you can hear me. I have this question for DJs, which is amazing to me. How the hell y'all remember what the other person was playing so you don't fucking
It's just
so
for-
you don't repeat it?
It's
It's amazing.
To me, it's the brain.
Yeah.
To me, it's the brain. You just know automatically. Right. If you there listening, you're gonna know automatically. It's
just come natural.
It's just right. It's natural. It's just stuck in there now. Well, he done played this already. You gonna know it. Even if he done played 2 hours of music,
Yep.
you gonna remember that
Every
he played this
song.
song already.
You'll-
It's funny too.
Now what you ain't gonna remember when you play a song and then you go play another song and somebody asks you, what was that song you just played before the end?
That part, that's right. You sure right about that.
Now, that's
That
what you
happens
ain't
all
gonna
the time.
remember.
They be like, what was that you just played? I be like,
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't even remember. You
That's
so
kind of
right.
weird how the brain work. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's what you ain't gonna remember. That song you played before, than opposed to all them other songs you played.
Yeah, you
Prior
sure
to
right
that.
about that.
Well, I think in some cases too,
You got another question?
in some cases, DJs have played some of the most popular songs in the beginning, and the crowd is light, you know, and you be like, why is he playing that right now?
Now,
Yeah, but
I was just gonna ask.
that
You
does
know,
matter.
Is he playing it because he don't want me to play it?
that
No,
could
he's
be-
hoping that little bit of
that could be a reason.
he's
could
hoping
be a
that little
reason.
bit of crowd is
That
gonna,
could be a
that is gonna
reason.
get up because of that.
Right.
That could be a reason.
Well, you know.
Yeah, but what? But does it matter when you only got 10 people in the room? You done
Right.
burnt the song up now for the people went for because
Well,
you got
think
people.
You think you did because 3 hours later, I'm gonna play it again.
Nah,
You got that
part,
right.
because if you got a room full of people,
That
hey,
part.
I'm gonna hit it.
That
and the
part.
reason the reason I'm gonna hit it is
That
because
part.
there are people that expect to hear that
There
song
you go.
at that set.
They
They
wasn't
just
here.
showed up later.
They wasn't
wasn't
here when
even
you
here.
played
Right.
that song,
That's
so
right.
they ain't gonna know.
And them 10 people, well,
Let's do
they'll
it
be
again.
all right.
Let's drop that.
Yeah,
And if it's
they
a
gonna
hot
get up again.
song,
And they gonna pack the
from what I
floor.
learned too, the audience be like, you could have played that song 3 times today.
That's true. That is true.
That have happened before.
Yeah. So yeah, I you know, and like I say, it's one of those things with me that I watch, I pay attention to what other DJs are doing, and I learn from what I believe are their mistakes as well as what I believe are their accomplishments. When I see somebody doing something that I like,
You gotta learn from everybody.
well,
That's
you
me.
should. But you got some people out here you can't tell them anything at all, and then they wonder why they don't get no sets. You know, because I know some people.
I'm always
And wait a minute, hold on. Not only can they not play, they got bad reputations. So
Right.
there's that.
I'm always learning. No matter who it is. I'm always
Stuart
learning.
Clark, what's happening, my man? Hey,
Tell 'em
Joanne
when I-
Kane,
Tell them when I talk
Stephen
to
Wright,
you.
Keith Clow, Wise Cat, Pastor
Don't
D.
answer that.
You really want me to? You want me to do that on the inside?
Hey man, do what you do, player. Look. We got an open door policy over here. You know how we
So
roll.
that means we got we.
That's right. You might get kicked out the
Right.
door.
The door is open now.
Right.
You
Okay,
got one foot out the door, the other one on banana peel.
Hey, but before I forget, I just want to announce my Thursday night set. While it's
Do
on
it,
my mind.
do it.
So I do a Thursday night set. I just started it. This is like the third set. So it's at the Old Dorchester, which is called the Nova Entertainment Center now. It's going to be a great set. It's a great set now. It's going to get. It's going to become one of the biggest. I can just feel
That's
it. It's
what's
going to be
up.
one of the biggest things. There
I
is.
saw the information on it.
Myself,
Been hearing about it.
Myself, Miss Mona, and her husband Keith, which is MVK.
Okay.
Y'all got to check that
MVK
out.
is on
Right.
tonight too.
It's
15.
1515.
Shout out to MVK in the
East
house.
154th Street,
The
Dalton, Illinois, the Old Dorchester.
The Dorchester.
I kid you not, real nice place, remodeled.
Yes, plenty of
Plenty of
park.
Rodney
Plenty of
Mack in the
parking.
building. What's happening, Rodney Mack?
Plenty of parking.
DJ Barry Hylick in the building. What's up, Brian Pollard? Fred Astaire in the house.
$5 drink ticket. 6 o'clock till 11. We will stay until 12 if they're in there. So
Okay.
Great set.
Explain what a drink ticket is. Explain what a drink ticket is, because down south some people don't do that.
okay, well the drink ticket is you just pay $5 at the door, which is an entry fee. You take the ticket that we give you and you take it to purchase a drink, and you get $5 off the drink. So if the drink $8, you only pay $3.
Oh, $3 more.
And for those of you who
So
don't,
if you try to get some money back off of water, you don't get no money back off of water.
Oh, I was about to
the
say-
whole ticket go towards the whole water.
nah, that's right. Now you teetotalers, go get your bottle of water for your $5.
Right. So
Well,
you
it's
know,
actually great for the promoters and it's great for
Great
the venue.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
These venues are not free, y'all.
Yes.
That's right.
When we do these parties,
right.
these sets, it's a cost involved somewhere.
Right.
If it ain't
Right.
nothing but you supporting the bar and the barmaids and bartenders, or paying at the door.
Trying to
Either
keep
way,
those doors open.
You got to pay what you weigh, baby. You want
Trying to keep
how
those
they
doors
say you want to dance to the music, you got to pay the piper.
My man Rodney Mack is checking us out.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
forget he is hosting his 19th annual anniversary White Party Weekend, June the 19th through the 21st in Dearborn, Michigan, 15801 Michigan Avenue in Dearborn. That's June the
Put-
19th through
talk
the 21st.
about ticket information, because I had a young lady hit me today and asked me about where to get tickets.
Let me finish.
Go on in,
Cut your
mister.
hair before we leave here today too.
Man, you better go on.
He got that man.
Yeah.
You just want some. That's all.
Dog. You come back next week, they gonna have a head for the hell. You keep talking about.
But yeah, Rodney Mack is 19th anniversary White Party weekend. It's going down. For tickets, just give Rodney a call 248-310-3424.
Repeat that one more time.
248
Slow down.
310-3424.
Booyah.
Right? Or you can email them at whiteparty2121@yahoo.com. And also,
Tell them about our white party too. Why you doing that?
I got you.
Okay.
That's that
Okay,
real. That's that radio
also-
personality right there. You
also-
see how he got all that locked in his head? Go
Also,
ahead.
Lady
He got a
Lisa
lot. He got a lot.
got the ultimate bus trip going to the White Party
Okay.
in
That's
Motown,
nice.
right?
That's pretty nice.
Yeah. So the bus is leaving Friday morning. They're gonna stop for breakfast on the way. They going to the day party, and then Saturday they going to Motown. They going to the Motown Museum.
Oh, man.
You don't want to miss this trip, y'all. It's going to the Motown Museum, and then they going out to eat lunch, and then they coming back to the hotel for the party for the main event on Saturday. It's just $100 round trip. Wow. Yep. Just
Yeah,
$100
that's pretty good.
round trip.
That's cheap.
Hell, we might come here just for
You ain't
that.
lying. I get on that. I get on that ride before I drive.
I like that.
And if, yep.
Right.
And her number is 219-616-2720. 219-616-2720. And don't forget July the 6th, we're gonna be at the Tinley Park Convention Center with DJ Vale and Keith
Deja
C.
vu.
DJ Vale,
Deja
Keith
vu,
C.
Matty B's birthday.
Mellow Chris
Matty
on the
B in
box
the building.
with Deja Vu and MVK. That's gonna be a huge event. July the 6th.
Deja vu.
$20.
Matty B's birthday all white weekend.
Yep. And Smooth
MVK.
Head. Yep.
Exactly. Smooth head.
Now, all my people around the country, y'all need to be coming to the Mecca now.
Yeah,
You need
and
to
don't
come
forget
here
my
and
sister
see what's
in
good.
Atlanta. She doing a Mad Hatter's Mother's Day event. That's May the 12th.
Hey, sister in
At
Atlanta.
Les Massans, 3541 Stone Mountain Highway, number
Mountain
7
Highway.
He
in
locked.
Snellville,
Georgia.
He locked.
Man, they know.
He locked.
you go.
Are
There you
y'all
go.
here the weekend? 4th of July weekend?
What we got
y'all-
that weekend?
Huh?
Well, that weekend? Yeah, we might come through.
Les Massans, Mrs. Les Massans, right here, my sister's Mad Hatter's Mother's Day brunch.
Okay,
Yep, that's May the 12th at Les Massans, 3541 Stone Mountain Road.
that's what's
in
up.
Snellville, Georgia.
And then we have the fifth Saturday, June 29th. So tea time. Tea time.
DJ T Time.
Yeah, she's celebrating her birthday June 29th along with Chicken Wing.
Okay.
So
Chicken
they're
wing.
both- Yes.
Can't say chicken wing. You gotta say chicken wing.
We got it right, Chicken Wing. So same thing, June 29th at Les Maisons venue, 3541 Stone Mountain Highway. You can reach me for tickets or you can cash out number 470-233-3089 or you can reach out to Tea Time.
That's what's up.
And I am Tiffany, owner of Les Maisons.
How y'all locked in with these numbers? I can't remember numbers.
Man, listen, I'm sitting. I was gonna tell him I trade. Hold on. I trade him some hair for some memory.
Well, that's because, you could, just tune in with me every Sunday from noon to 2, WZONradio.com, where anything can happen. That's right.
Now, Joanne Kane said, I remember being at a set DJ's. My guy DJ Darren Stringfellow. DJ Darren, my dearest friend.
Rest in peace.
We knew the DJ's playlist. We looked at each other and said he about to
Ooh.
play Clever Jeff.
Ooh.
Lo and behold, the DJ played it.
Ooh.
We hollered. So know this, folks. Pay attention.
That's not good.
Yeah,
That's
that's
not- that's
going
not
back
good.
on. Yeah,
It's
what
not
we
good.
was talking
What
about.
Cross taught me.
That's
Yes.
that's something that I never do. I had somebody tell me one time. They were like, "You got a playlist?" I was like, "Never, never ever. I don't work from a playlist, man, because you don't know what your crowd want until you're there in the room. You feeling the energy, and then you understand what they need, and that's what you give them. Nothing more, nothing less." and that's it.
I have a question. I have a question. Do all three of you guys step, and how long have you been stepping?
Who first?
Whoever. Ladies first.
I'll go first.
Tiffany. Microphone,
so
microphone. Speak loud.
I started at the Copper Box, so we
Ooh.
going way back.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Over there, that was Chris's place.
Right.
Man, Ray, he
Yeah.
rest in peace.
So
That was my dude.
yeah, that says a lot. So when people ask me to dance, like new
Mm-hmm.
schoolers, and they go, do you 6-step count or 8 count? And I'm like, we don't
No.
count. We never counted. So
Wasn't nobody counting it. Look, as long as the copper box closed before they start counting. Let me put it like
right,
that.
you know. So yeah, so it's been a long time for me.
Who started it?
It's gonna be a whole nother show.
Yeah, that's another show.
Right. I've been stepping since 1978. As a 14-year-old
You need to start back.
at Markham. Oh, I got something for him. We started at Markham. We was freestyling. It was, we was young kids and we was trying to impress the girls. Yeah.
Yep.
So I was doing splits back then.
You was wearing 40s?
No, I was too young. I didn't have no money for no 40s.
Hey,
You had money.
40s was
You had money.
$70.
they were considered
A 40?
expensive in those days.
Right, exactly.
Right. I had $2.50 to get into the skate rink and get
Man.
a slice of pizza.
That's how it was.
Man.
That's how it was too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because we used to skate. Markham it was a disco.
The disco.
They had-
Inside the disco. Yeah.
So
Off
we
the
didn't know
dance-
how to skate
off the
backwards
skate floor,
because they
yeah.
said when the back was only, we would take our skates off and go in the disco.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't wear your skates in the disco,
Yep.
and they was playing James Brown music,
JB.
and we was in there stepping.
I,
And then when we went to high school, at the sock hops,
yep.
we stepped. Guys would come from other schools,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Yep. Julian in the hallway. Yep. We were stepping in the hallway. So I've been doing this since 1978.
No, they were stepping
man.
at Julie.
78. Then follow Sam Chapman around.
Mhm.
What's popping? The East of the Ryan,
Mhm.
the Copper Box, you know, and all of the hole in the wall joints around the house.
Mhm.
My man King Floyd. I'm introducing the Veil. He was Rose Wellington's first DJ. When
Okay.
she was had
Shout out to
famous
Kelly.
up there.
Rose Kelly Wellington.
Yeah, she had the famous on 114th
Okay.
in Michigan. Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, for me, what? What was you gonna say? Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay,
yeah. We started with her. Yeah. So
I've been
you go
stepping since most people didn't know I was a stepper. I used to freestyle.
ahead. Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much. I don't know no counts, no numbers, no nothing.
Original. Don't say
Right, I was
freestyle,
original.
say
Well,
original.
back then, I was the man on man type of stepper back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And
Yep.
I got a little of that still in me, but most people see me step and they be like, "Man, I didn't know you could step."
Mhm.
I'm not a cold stepper. It ain't what I choose to do either as well, but I can be able to dance if a young lady asks me, or I ask a young
Right.
lady. You know what I mean? So
seen some
I say
videos dancing
I did
somewhere.
too.
I was. If you saw me back then step when I freestyle, you would trip out. I actually had videos of this doing this, but unfortunately, I had a bad encounter. These guys came in the house and
Oh, man.
I got robbed. I got shot. All that because of my lifestyle. Took all the pictures, took all the videos, everything, disposed all that. It was crazy, but I'm more like a book. You know what I'm
It's funny
saying?
because when I see
And-
them
and-
stepping and I'm disc jockeying,
Yeah, when I saw him step,
I always
like,
announce,
if
I'll be
I-
like, they got steppers class on Tuesday.
See that?
Hell
Then
no,
he'll turn the girl.
but if you saw me, most of that stuff, I don't even have the energy for it. You know what I mean?
Most of us don't.
Yeah, because they do. Them guys be 67 years old. They be.
Oh, we got
They got a
some
lot of
standouts
energy.
now.
I got to get them the ups for that.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
my
got a
man,
few
There's a lot of
standouts
energy in
that's
that.
still going.
So that's
Stepping
good for
furnace.
the 50, 60, 70 year olds. So keep that up. I like that because
Yeah.
that's gonna keep the muscles and then
Right.
that's why I love it so much.
Well, I've told this part of the story a couple of times on this show. My very first experience with anything dealing with stepping, my cousins all went to Hirsch. This was back when I lived on 79th Street. I was a shorty. All of them was in high school. I was still in grade school, and this was like 75, 76. And they would come in the house, and they was always practicing they bop. So I was the bop test dummy. So they so I started learning, fooling around with them, and then as time went on, by the time I got to high school, CVS, we had them sock hops. They was doing our thing in there. Then, Markham. That was another spot. I stayed out at Markham, but my main spot was the Loop. And for those who knew about the Loop, the walls in between the floor, once they start playing them JBs, Jack, that was the place to be, right in between them two walls, because that's what was going
So
down.
you was living here? You was living here at the time, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Loop was my spot. Yep.
Hated
I used to listen. I lived on 100th and Parnell. Me and my partners, matter of fact, shout out to my man Tony Rome, Tony Branch. Me and that cat came up in the neighborhood over there. We used to walk them railroad tracks all the way from, we crossed the bridge. We crossed over the interstate, cross over 57, walk all the way to the Loop. This was an every week thing. We get our skate on, get our dance on. It was funny because one night I was in the east of the Rhine, and it was sitting there, and this lady, she goes, "Oh my God, I remember you. You used to be in the Loop."
So weird.
Yeah, Poppy was tripping out on that one. But
Like he can skate his butt off.
yeah, but and that was where my journey began. And then in the 80s, I got into the house thing, you know what I'm saying? And I started. And see, because of everything that was kind of attached to the whole Steppin, the whole stigma that was attached to it, it was more, considered a thug thing, that kind of thing. And cats trying to clean their act up. You didn't want to be, you didn't want to be too, because you had people that was about that life, and you had people that was about that life, but they wasn't trying to, they was trying to move around, and that was me. So as time, went on and I started moving around, and, before I knew it, I kind of reverted back to dancing like that a little bit, but it was only when the opportunities presented itself. Because see, one thing people fail to realize about stepping back in those days, nobody really gave a stepper set. You was somewhere and the music would change and steppers got up and stepped. It wasn't like we just came there to step like we do today.
Right, because we was in the basement most
That
of the time.
part. Then you had the basement parties. I forgot about them.
Yep.
But it was like,
Best one with the basement party.
they really were.
Yeah, they
But,
were the best.
like,
nobody labeled them as a stepper set. It was just it was a
exactly.
party.
It was never labeled a stepper set. And it's
Never
like,
stepper set.
places like, the Dungeon and all those other names that everybody throws out, all of that was before my
We
time.
just wanted to slow.
When did that start though? When did
What?
We just wanted to slow dance.
when did that start? When they started doing like big steppers event outside of
The times changed.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. See, one of the reasons so much gets lost in this game right now is because there are so many people who confuse the timelines of what's going on. You got people, like, you'll get people to say, "Oh, so and so wasn't there. They wasn't with us." First of all, let's remember this is Chicago. There are people. Hell, me and him grew up in the same. We come up around the same people, literally, and didn't even know each other. He knows some of the same people I know.
Yep.
Me and him, we sit up and laugh about this. We know some of the same stories, ran with some of the same people,
Right.
know the intimate details of
Right.
certain things.
Right.
Speedy
Yeah,
was your,
Speedy
best
also.
friends,
Right.
The lady lived 2 doors down from him.
Right.
See?
You see what I'm saying? So Chicago is one of those kind of places you literally could live in a place like this and might even be in contact with people and don't even realize it.
Right.
So that was one of those kind of things where you have that element, plus you have the fact that when we start talking about the timelines of the dance, all right, I'll be 59 this year. Now, there are people who are my age that literally were hanging out in circles that I wasn't hanging out in. Although I know some of the same people still. There are places that I was not, that they were, and vice versa. So it's like when we start listening to people go on about who was where and what was what, I will remind everybody's journey in this dance is like a fingerprint. They're all different. There are no two that are the same.
The history is his story.
His
Right.
story, exactly.
True
Now,
that.
you got people who do embellish and lie, and they say things because, it makes
Oh,
them
my
feel like
God.
they're going to get more recognition or
They
something,
get
which
like
is,
they 45 and said they been in the dungeon.
you're right,
There's no way possible.
right. Hell, I wasn't even in the
Stone
damn
him.
dungeon. You know what I'm saying?
him.
Right, right. You know, you got people. You know, they make people make a lot of stupid claims. You know, if you do the math, you be like, that don't even make sense. But
Right.
you know,
telling me they was in a music box. I'm like, how old are you? I'm like, I didn't say nothing. I'm like, the music box was closed.
see,
Like,
right.
why you lying?
So the point is, you know, you got people that
Wow.
say things and they make up stuff and they do all these types of things. But then you got to remember, right around that time, like I said, in the early '80s, you had the transition from, if y'all remember this, punk rock. We went from punk rock to house to hip hop, and then by then we going into the '90s, which is when the stepping game, you know, really kind of started to take on. Well, I guess it was in the probably the mid '80s when
It took
stepping
off.
really
It
kind of.
definitely took off.
Yeah, in the mid '80s, it kind of shifted. It wasn't all man on man. It wasn't all, you know. It was more like, you know, it was about the ladies, kind of like it was back in the bop era. You know, cats
Right.
was dancing with the ladies, and you know,
Right.
if you could dance, you know, you pulled you. You know, that was the whole game. You
Right.
had to pull you one. So
I remember when we came home one time. I remember we came home one time and we went to 3G's. I don't know what year that was. It had to be in the 90s. And I could tell like everybody was like kind of cliquish and standing off in these little different corners. So I think that's when people back then was kind of starting to do the parties and travel.
that was when the whole Y2K thing, I think, started up. That was when when those group of people who are now older in the game and been around a long time, those are the people who kind of really shifted the game. Because after her and I left Chicago in '92, so '92, '93. Okay, so right around the time when
excuse me, but it's
Go ahead.
funny she say that because I asked a young lady to dance at 3G's, and she told me no. I'm thinking she just said no because, but she really said no because she didn't know that I could step.
But see, that was back when.
And when she saw me stepping,
it was weird to me.
But that was back when it mattered that men could dance. See, now there are so many women in the game
This was
that
in
guys get
2000.
away with murder. They can't, you know. But yeah, but that's how it was.
Right.
But that's how it was all the way from the period of the beginning from the bop all the way back up until the '90s. You had to be able to dance to even get a dance. Because I talk about the times, you know, when I used to be up in, we would be up in the other place, in places like that. And them women was old then. Yeah, and women tell me straight up, don't turn me. You know, and that's why I always tell you, you better have your stepping game, you better be in order, man, because you ain't getting ready. Them women ain't taking all them turns like that.
Oh no, they'll tell you
They
that
weren't
in a
going.
minute.
They
They'll
do
tell you
that
that in
now.
a minute.
See, now, because there are so many women and so few guys, women are damn near they take whatever coming. They just glad to dance. You know, that
But
it,
it's a struggle now. You know, we get to a party and it's 30% women. I'm sorry, 30% men, 70% women, and then you have 15% of those men who brought a date, and they're
Yeah.
not going to dance with you.
Mhm.
So you do see at some events where women are at the edge of the dance floor because they're waiting for you to get off the floor. But as a woman, I still understand when guys complain that they've danced all night and they're tired. So they still sometimes have to tell you no. So, and sometimes we have to be okay with that because they've danced 20 times and they just, they won't let them go. So.
What if you keep coming back and ask the same person for a dance, and if the answer still is no?
oh, hold on, y'all. Look, I gotta keep up with some of my commentary.
It is very hard though that we.
Daggone it.
I mean, it is a
Lost it.
struggle only because we will dominate the crowd as a higher percentage than men. We will. I mean, it's almost
I got a question. As soon as you read those comments, I got a question.
I got a solution.
I done lost them.
What is it, Bill?
I'm
What's your
messing up.
question? My solution, I'm gonna start charging.
My
Start charging the women.
Yep.
Boy, you
what
stupid.
they need to do is start giving the men tickets. How you win a little something.
Man, I had
Nah.
one of them blinking lights on
Yeah.
before. I threw that light so fucking high. Man,
You was
get no
an
rest.
ambassador. You
don't
was
get
a
no
real
rest.
ambassador.
I
Ambassador.
threw that light so
don't
far.
get
Okay,
no rest.
Kevin. Now see, Dennis Howard Hodges. He said waistline and quarter parties. Now see, that was before my time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. See that, but that was, you know,
Vel
that
got a
was.
question.
That's when you
Well, hold on. I'm gonna let you get to it 1 second. My man Brian Pollard said, "Remember, don't forget Mendel. That's one. Yeah, yeah.
Some good parties.
I used to carry my Flag Brother shoes in a paper bag when I went to Memphis. Straight up.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Okay,
Go ahead, Vale.
Okay, when was the first out of town Steppers event, and who threw it?
Now that's one I can't answer, but I will say this much: a time. Well, see, but the thing is, Atlanta was okay.
I don't even know that.
I'm just saying, but
Well,
first-
when the
I don't-
dance first left Chicago, when it first, let me put it like this. Let me not say when it first left Chicago, because there are people, and I'll give you an example, like Josiah Burt, who left Chicago with his dance in '80, but cats wasn't ready for that. You see what I'm saying? Her and I lived in Memphis in the early '90s. When we left Chicago in '93, we moved to Memphis. We still loved to step. We wanted to be able to do what we do and other people do it too. So we started teaching a class. But here's what makes the difference. It ain't about whether or not somebody took the dance out, because a lot of people did, but it didn't stick. The question is, when did the dance start sticking in other places?
We had like
To
about
try to
2
answer his question,
You probably gonna get
he
that in
probably
the
talking
comment.
about a major event though, right, Vel? Like
Yeah, pretty much.
the
Yeah,
first-
something that,
the
like you
first
say,
major
something that's
event that I went to was Steppin. Was the first one that
And I think that was probably one of the first larger events.
And what year was that? Do you remember what Stephen?
shoot, that had to be maybe 8 or 9.
that's a long time ago.
Yeah,
8,
yeah.
9.
But I mean,
I ain't know
and look,
Stepaganza
but look
was
at
going-
and look at what Stepaganza became. You know, it was a major. I mean, I hated to see it go because it was like one of those consistent
It was
staples of the
huge.
dance.
It was
Although
huge.
it changed
And they loved it.
for various reasons over the years. But you know, I think one of the things that upset me about, and I don't know the real reason, not the real
And Rodney
reason.
Mack too.
Yeah, Rodney Mack said,
What, 19 years old?
But he's 19, yeah.
yeah, but I don't know the
Now,
real
we was
reason
going
why.
to Rodney Mack's party before he was even doing the white party, because he had a big Halloween event and he had a big birthday event. Because my buddy, who's a baseball scout, took me to Detroit,
Mhm.
and we went to the club yesterdays. And I was like, man, they was ballrooming. It might have been one person in there stepping, you know. And then I started going back. And
I'm glad you brought that up. That I think that also was one of the catalysts for Steppin taking off in other cities too, because you had places that had, for example, Detroit was doing ballroom, because I think Detroit was the closest thing to having anything like what we have that we were familiar with. But I think that, like, for example, up in Dallas, they've been doing swing out as long as we've been stepping. So the thing is, there was because this dance has caught on so much, we have more or less infiltrated a lot of other markets, as well as opened up markets where people had never done, you know, this dance at the way we recognize it. But I don't know. That is actually a good question. It's something we need to do research on.
Comments, he said Milwaukee. I don't know if he was talking about what to DJ Vale's question. You look in there. That's
Kurt
why you
White-
should have been here, Kurt.
He don't know. He just started stepping.
Man, ain't nobody thinking about Kurt. Kurt's supposed to be.
He just-
He should have been here to answer that
He
question.
just started stepping.
Kurt,
anyway.
your questions are void because you ain't here. You don't.
Y'all wrong for that.
The
Y'all
ambassador
wrong for
say
that.
you just started stepping, so go on, sit down somewhere.
Y'all wrong for that. Y'all wrong.
Yeah, you
for
gonna
that.
get clowned on camera until you get here. Nah, and it's gonna be too late when you do, because we gonna end this show soon. Nah, Joker. So, but yeah, I think that's one of those questions that, and I'm sure there'll be debate about it, because you got people who, of course, everybody, for whatever reason, so many people always want to say we was the first to do something, because
Yeah.
you got several people who will argue about who was the first to actually
Exactly,
take
yeah.
the dance out
Pretty
of the city.
much, pretty much.
Then you got people who will argue about who was the first one to put a count to it, and so
Well,
you
before
know.
all these smaller events,
Mm-hmm.
it was always Rodney Mack's White Party, Stepaganza, and and then Heritage Ball came up with a major event.
Yeah, Heritage Ball
And
didn't
then-
start until what,
and then
08?
Always
8?
Here.
Well, no, they started in
I don't know, because we was kind of at the first Heritage Ball when it was small.
this was like 08, 09 or something like
Yeah.
that, I think, when they
10 or
started
something
up.
like that, right.
But see, but see, here's the other thing that we got to remember. Now there are so many sets. There's so many smaller sets. There was usually when people traveled out of town, it was to a large set like Steppaganza
Right,
or
right.
the White Party,
Right.
Rodney Mack's party, or one
Right.
of those, and that was
Right.
what everybody did.
Right.
Now you got so many events that the water's muddy. It's real muddy. You got some people's events that are super successful. You got some people's events that are lackluster, and it's like you have to make a decision. So what I found that most people are doing now is rather than attend the same event year after year, they're starting to switch up. Like they'll be like, "Oh, I went there last year. I'm gonna go here
But
this
that's
year."
what's hurting the attendance.
And that is hurting the attendance, and I think it's hurting the whole the culture and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't tell people not to have a set. I mean, because everybody, you don't know who's going to emerge from all of those, small events and turn into something big.
But to keep it 100, some people should not be hosting events.
Oh, absolutely not.
So
I
how do you-
agree.
How do you consider yourself as part of the circle?
What circle?
The circle of Steppin, them with people that do events. You know what I'm saying?
You
How
mean what? Do you mean within the promoters?
Exactly. You know, how you consider yourself as a part of the, it's like, you know what I mean?
I don't think
The-
anybody asks. I think they just
Yeah,
throw an
just do
event.
it, huh?
Throw yourself in.
But see, one of the biggest mistakes in my mind when it comes to people throwing events and having parties is that if you're not building in your own city, if you're not promoting within your own city and got your people on your team, on your side, and making things happen in your own city first, you don't need to be giving no event.
Right.
You don't. If you're not building the dancers, because let me show you something. A party don't build your city. Dancers build your city. If you're not building the dancers with good instructors and the right people in your circles within your own city first, so what you throwing a party? What's the incentive for anybody to come there?
Right.
I think some just do it just to get his sets free.
Well, that
You know what I'm
too.
saying? I'm doing a party, so I bet.
If you in a city, you want something to do. We just had that conversation in the car. You want something to do. You live in a little small town. You want something.
Well, they
to
try
do.
to throw
you
major-
DJ. You wouldn't just open the doors and the club say you can have it free.
Well,
come on in here and DJ.
I
Well, they
understand a
try-
small town because you
They
can
try
build
to
off of that.
throw- They try to throw whole weekend events.
No, yeah, that's crazy.
You know, they be like, we got-
Bridget say we better quit talking about Kurt. Bridget,
I'm sorry, Bridget. that ain't your guy.
Oh,
we was
man.
talking about.
They was talking about another Kurt.
Marlon Brown said Joanne Kane and himself gave the first small set in Detroit in 1999.
I knew somebody knew some type of history.
And
Even
Hubert
if that
Herb
wasn't
Brown
the first,
said
it was
Cleveland,
there.
Ohio hand
It was
dance
close
is
to it.
almost close to Steppin. Okay.
Yeah, I keep hearing that.
Well, I mean,
Dance parties. I look at them on YouTube. They huge. They like in their 80s and 90s. Parties be 3, 4. Shit, one I saw it looked like it was about 1,000 people.
Yeah, but I mean, people be with the community outside of Chicago. I'm gonna say everywhere, even Detroit, Atlanta, is small. And then people try to throw 3-day events, like on the same date. There's an event in Chicago or Atlanta.
Yeah, the
Man,
Heritage
And like Brian said, people be trying to pick and choose where they going, and then just say, I'm not gonna go to Chicago, I'm not gonna go to Atlanta, I'm gonna come to, Nebraska to your event.
But
and then when I get there, there's 40 people there.
but you know, well, yeah, because you got to use common sense when you choosing these sets, though. Because think about it, if I'm a promoter, and I know the Heritage Ball is a particular date of the year, I'm not throwing my set within a month of that. Forget the same date. I'm not even getting in the same month, because you got to remember,
If you're
and
smart.
here, and this is the formula. This is what I've observed. The average person that travels to Step, the average person, not the people who might show up at 15 sets, because I know a few people who will show up everywhere, but the average person that travels to Step is only going to hit at the most 5 sets a year. How many sets do we have that go on across the entire country? let's think about this. You got to go. You got to look at the economics of it. How much money do they spend to go to each one of these events? Plane fare, clothes, food, the event itself, a table, a seat, whatever, hotel.
I say close to 2 G's of it.
Exactly. So
on the low end, 1,500.
yeah. So you think about that. How many times a year are you willing to do that to go dance? Most people are only going to do it 4 to 5 times. So that means if they have a particular set of events that they're going to go to, that's where they're going to spend their load. They're not going to waste their money, number one, going to a city where the dance itself hasn't been built. There are no men, because there's more women here. How many times have these ladies been to sets where it's more women sitting around than it is men to dance with? And then the men, you be done burnt them out. And God forbid, as DJs, it's our responsibility to make sure that we accommodate the men by not playing music that's going to burn them out before the set is over. We got to show them some love. See, people don't understand.
I done came behind the DJ stand, man, a couple of times, man, to dance with women's, man, because it wasn't enough men's in there to dance.
All of these factors matter. All of these little things matter. So when they're giving an event and it's in a city, a smaller city, and this city hasn't done their homework or done their job, this promoter is ego driven to the point where all they care about is, I'm throwing a party. I'm so-and-so. I'm throwing a party. So, they go out here, they get the name dropping and ego tripping and social climbing and all of that. That's a problem.
Yeah, that's when the division starts.
Exactly, and that's when the division starts. Then you get people within their own city who are, that bitch thinks she is.
If you have a party, which we're going through it now, you got Ellery's on Thursday.
Right, and that's been there forever.
And then someone gives a whatever 4th Friday, 2nd Friday. Then you have a party on Saturday. Then you have Sunday, VFW. So because the community is so small, people are picking and choosing. Well, I'm going to see them on Friday, but I won't see them on Sunday. So now you've divided. So somebody's going to get hit with a smaller crowd because someone's going to say, well, we all decided to do Sunday. Or we all decided to do Saturday. So having 4 parties and affordability, who's going to do all 4?
Right. Well, I'm going to say this to you specifically about Atlanta, because I was in Atlanta when Atlanta first started up. Atlanta's way more smooth than it once was, baby. Atlanta used to be off the chain. Woo, I'm talking about, you think they fight now? Baby, they used to be tussling in Atlanta. Atlanta has come a long way. Oh, man. So, but I'll say this, in that regard, there's another side to it as well when it comes to this. And I say this specifically about Atlanta. Unlike other cities, y'all have a good population of steppers.
Yes.
So in y'all's case, this is more of a survival of the fittest.
Correct.
So if you got the right DJs and you're a good promoter and you take care of your people and you do what you're supposed to do, you're going to draw the crowd.
Gonna come. Yeah.
If you're a trash promoter, well, you kind of get what you get. I spoke to a promoter not too long ago, and we were having a discussion about being able to accommodate their customers, their patrons, about how they handle their patrons. And he basically told me, I don't give a damn. I don't care what they think about me. Well, it shows in your numbers. People think they can just run out here and give an event, and then you got promoters that where Kevin go? Look, because I'm about to get on something. But you got people that go and they do things and they try to pull these little triggers and they think that and it's all temporary.
Yeah.
That's the sad part about it. They're not doing anything with any kind of longevity, and you cannot operate within your own space and dismiss, marginalize, and sort of kick the people in your space in the ass thinking that they're going to support you. And then you better be careful of the people whose ass you do kick, because those other people are going to look at you and say, yeah, okay, that's what you're doing now? Yeah, I'm going to move on over here. And it's funny because you can never tell what direction the people are going to go in. You just don't know. And some
can
of them go
and, yeah.
against their own best interests. And that's just the way it is. And I've learned one thing this has taught me. This whole stepping, whole new millennial stepping thing has taught me. I don't care how good you are. I don't care how bad you are. Somebody is going to support you.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, it may be a lot of people, it may not be. But somebody is going to still come to your event. Somebody is going to still support what you do.
Absolutely.
And they're going to back you
Yeah.
until the wheels fall off. You know, and that's where we are. And fortunately, Atlanta has a large enough community to where, you know, everybody they can go somewhere. Yeah, the crowd might be a little smaller in one place or another, but they still have,
Yeah, they
you know,
they show
that.
up and they still have a good time.
Right. And, you know, other cities don't have the options that Atlanta has. So Atlanta is less of a thing. Now, I want to say this thing right here about promoters. If you're a promoter,
See the
Yeah.
see the approach.
yeah,
I
if you're a
checked the approach
promoter
out.
and you have to use other people's photographs, other people's videos, other people's likenesses, if you have to use other people's organizations and put on your video flyers or your flyers because you don't have the history, the connections, or the relationships to have done it on your own, you're trash off the top. I'm just going to say that. I don't care who get mad. Y'all know I don't give a damn. But I'm saying that to say this. If you got to do all of that, maybe you should do a little more work first before you jump out there. Now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. You
I was
heard
about
what I
to
said.
say, break that down. So
If
you have an
I can't
event
speak
as
on
a
that.
promoter,
I know exactly what he's saying, but I can't speak on that.
Okay, hey DJ Vale, how do you feel about somebody giving a set and putting your name and your likeness on their flyer, but they ain't paying you to come do your set?
I don't like that now.
Okay, but I know promoters that do stuff like
I
that.
done had that
I've
problem
seen it
before,
happen.
so
Yeah,
so
see?
it's like I had
popped
that
up
problem
on a-
before.
a
you know what I mean?
flyer
And I don't
before.
like to do events where somebody promote a certain disc jockey,
Mm-hmm.
and then the disc jockey doesn't come, and then they invite you later, but didn't promote you.
Uh-huh.
So them jobs I turned down.
Ambassador, you
Smart.
doing magazine flyers and things like that now? Are you going to let somebody use somebody else's footage on one of your flyers to promote their party?
No.
That's integrity, brother. That's called integrity.
Somebody put me in Vail picture on a flyer. Ken Befford put me and Vail picture on his flyer, like we was gonna be DJing his party, you know, to try to get people to come. And
Did he pay you?
no, and I had a problem with it, serious problem with it. Well,
But listen, the thing is this. You know, huh? You shouldn't listen. You shouldn't have to call anybody. You either paying that person to do your event or you not. The other thing is, if you got to go borrow footage from somebody else's event to put on your video promotion, what does that say about you and your event?
Well,
you
I don't
fooling
know.
people. That's false advertising.
no. Let me just say this. I don't know, but I'm saying video is a little different than somebody's actual picture. You know, I might have a video from the grand ballroom, but promoting something at Les Massage, just some people dancing. I don't see
So
nothing
you don't
really.
think you should try to grab footage from Atlanta where you'll see Atlanta people instead of grabbing something from Chicago?
What difference do it make? It's just
I
people
mean,
Well,
dancing.
let me say this.
I would prefer to do that. I would prefer to grab something from my own, you know,
from your
my
own
own-
city.
but most people don't have nothing to grab.
And that's
Right.
my point, though.
So
But I'm saying the video and the picture's different.
I disagree.
Well, because I can get a video.
Okay, let me
I can
say
get
this.
I could get a video from some that it ain't even a Steppers event from nowhere.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
You got stock footage and
But check
Right.
this out, though.
Then use it.
But check this out. What you talking about, you literally almost, I won't call that false advertising for this reason right here. You in Chicago, and people here are going to show up anyway. There's going to be people in there dancing. you ain't got to work that hard. What I'm saying is, let's say you in a smaller venue,
But that's
you in
what
a
I'm
smaller
saying.
market,
So they need to do that to try to get people to come.
but you don't think that's a gaslight?
Not the video.
Come on, man.
I don't.
I think it's a gaslight.
I don't agree
What?
with
So
you.
you show me a video. I don't care. You show me a video with 10,000 people on it, and I come to your set and there's 40 people there. I'm looking at you sideways.
I see that.
But that happens all the time.
That's the reason for showing it to you.
Yeah.
To trick you into coming.
Trick you into coming.
That's false
Okay,
damn
just say-
advertising.
Just say you see a video of a cruise. We don't know nobody on the cruise or who throwing it or nothing. You see a video, you don't know where that video came from.
I don't disagree with that part, but
But
we
it's
ain't
the
talking about
same-
that. We talking about stepping.
But it's the same thing.
This is a small
He's
market.
saying if you know, most of the time they do know, opposed to what they put.
You ain't talking
I
about
think I
no.
know what he's talking
This
about.
ain't
We
no
talked
global-
about it last that somebody was promoting the party, but they had footage from the Heritage Ball on there.
Yeah, and then you gonna use footage from a heritage ball of all things. That come on, man, that's trash.
Nah,
Stop it, bro.
That wasn't
Oh, I
trash.
see
It's
what
such
you
a
mean.
new word,
That would
they
be
didn't
me.
trash.
And I'm a small venue.
Mm-hmm.
And if I had, a video of another part.
I guess you right. Ain't no shame in the game no more. Ain't
Well,
everybody
because-
is shameless.
well,
Nobody cares.
because, I mean, the promoter. Okay, like you might be saying the promoter's trash, but the promoter didn't make the video.
Yeah, that's true.
The videographer made the video.
Promoters responsible for what's on there though.
Correct.
Yeah, but I'm saying, okay, they saying, yeah, okay, that's what I like it, and I'm gonna post it. You know what I'm saying? Or what should they say? Let me get a video that I had at my last party and use that.
Hubert Herb Brown said that's what happened to T.I. on the ATL. He said he came and he shut it down. I heard about that. Yeah.
But they was using his picture.
Oh,
They saying those who put themselves on a flyer just because they asked the person whose event. I can't see y'all.
With that TI situation.
Can I come down and spin for them and not on the original flyer? Huh? Yeah, well, you got the good glasses. Oh, okay, I see them. Well,
And I called him. I'm like, Bill, you on this flyer? He's like,
everybody got their thing, but as a person who makes flyers and things like that, I would never do that. I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I'm built different. I believe people should be honest in what they're trying to do, and I understand that it is. I understand your point. I'm not saying that I don't. I get it. But yeah, but I mean, if you can't attract on your own merits, what are we talking about though?
But everybody, okay, the video you saw and others saw, some people might not have even knew that was Heritage Ball
Of
footage.
course, new people will not gonna know, but anybody.
But that's what I'm saying. Not necessarily.
You don't think so?
but wouldn't it be a
see all the
disappointment
loud
if
people
they
in
saw
there?
heritage and they didn't even know it was heritage, and then they go to this party, like you said, and you see 35 people there?
But that
What if they
don't
go to the
matter.
party? What if they go to the party after putting the footage up there and it's jumping?
Well, still, it don't matter. It don't matter
Does
what
that make
video
it-
you put up there. If 35 people coming, that's all. It don't matter what video you put. If only 35 people coming anyway.
Well, I still say
'Cause
if you ain't building in
put
your
the
own
Heritage
city, you don't
Ball
need to be
picture
building.
up there and 35 people came, so the shit didn't work no way.
And that got a lot to do with the promoter. I mean, you
That's
got
what I'm
people out here that they want to do these parties and they just don't have. And then again, you got cities, and I ain't gonna even name them because I know of a few. Man, the fighting in them cities is off the chain, man. They at each other's throat. I don't know how they doing anything.
But going back to the first question you asked when the show started, the Steppers community is a phenomenal community.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And we need to find a way as grown people to try to get along to have some fun for Stephanie.
Man, you asking for way.
Well, I'm just saying, man.
you know people ain't gonna do that. I mean, it's easy to say, and it's cool to talk
I'm still
about.
saying it, yeah.
But you got to keep in mind, man. Like just as an
And
example.
that includes me too.
Well, no, and listen, I agree. Listen, you know how many times I done bit my tongue, bro? Do you know how much stuff? Look, she over there. Did you bite your? You know how much stuff I take and I just digest it because there's a lot of stuff that I want to say. I hear things, just like people say stuff about me, man. You know, if it's true, okay. But if it ain't, I mean, you know, water off a duck's back. Right. But the bottom line is I want to get along with other people, but I cannot sit down while you stand over me and unzip your pants. I'm not going to do it. That's going to cause contention. You got people who want to do whatever they want to do. They want to say whatever they want to say, and they expect you not to respond to it. Sometimes by responding, you give them way more airplay than they deserve.
Man, my partner, man, he the most humblest. I tell him all the time, I wish I was you sometime, man. Cause
He is very humble.
he won't say
When's
nothing.
your birthday?
Very.
April,
Coming up next
April
month.
25th.
He won't say nothing. I be like,
Yep. Sure.
I be ready.
Yeah,
to
you know,
fight.
and I'm getting better. I'm working on it. You know, I'm a work in progress.
Because
That's all.
I wasn't there at some point. You know, I was pretty much like Kevin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I had that temper. You know what I mean? And but you know,
And some of these
Pretty
people
much,
don't even
yeah,
deserve
like-
a response.
so now you know,
Right.
like my approach. See, people look at me now. They look at me like I'm unapproachable. You know what I mean? Because I got
Yeah.
this mean look.
Yeah, I
but
get that one.
I got this mean look, but I'm really a nice guy, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I laugh, I joke. I'm funny. You know what I mean? I get along with everybody. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
thank you,
I might
Marlon
crack
Brown.
a joke at any time.
He said plagiarism. That's what that is. There you go. Thank you for that word. That's exactly right, man. I don't know. I'm not using my big words.
Is
tonight.
that a
Thank you,
word?
man.
He got a new
Yes,
encyclopedia
plagiarism.
or something.
Yeah, plagiarism. That's exactly what that is. Thank you, sir. Kurt White say, Kevin, are you serious? He want to know, is you serious, man?
About
See?
what?
Probably about that using the video thing. But anyway.
About what, man?
Kurt, hold on. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mention his name. He
No,
ain't here.
about
Okay,
us.
Ignore him.
check this out here. You speaking on that, but Sean just did the same thing we talking about. You know what I'm
With
saying?
what?
In the video she have done.
What did
So
she do?
is that considered the same thing?
What did she do?
No, that's not.
No, that's not. She did the CD release thing, and,
Right.
and you know she brought all these steppers out. You know what I'm saying?
But they was all from Chicago.
Yeah, but she shot that herself.
Yeah, that's something different.
That's
is that
that's
different?
that was for she did that for the purpose
Okay.
of doing
What they
that. That's
talking
all
about,
her.
Bill,
That's
is
her. That's her.
Somebody, let me
Go ahead.
just an example. Somebody was throwing a party in Connecticut, right? So they had
So they
the
promoted.
videographer to do a video for them,
Uh-huh.
a video commercial.
Kevin.
But the video was from footage from the
Okay, that makes
Heritage
sense.
Ball.
If you could consider that as hers,
You consider it what?
as Michonne's.
Yeah, that's her. That
Since
was
she
her.
put it together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They shot that
Since she put it
video
together.
with
I'm
those
just looking at
purposes.
yeah.
And everybody in there was from Chicago.
Right, right,
She was
okay.
in Chicago.
That makes
Right.
sense.
But yeah, that was totally different.
But what we saying is when you taking somebody else's
Right.
work and using it to promote your stuff.
Right.
Hell, at least pay me.
That's why people do water
I'm just saying.
Well, it
Look,
might have
as a
been-
videographer and a photographer
but
myself,
we
if
don't
you
even-
use my image
That's why you have
on
water
something,
works.
shit, compensate me.
Right, right. True that.
No, what
It's
are
my
you-
material.
What are you talking about, Brad? They
I'm talking about video.
videotaping the crowd.
It's still my material. If I videotape something
No.
and you use
No,
it,
no, 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 no.
that's
Now-
my
now
my
we
intellectual
now
property.
We finna argue.
That's my intellectual property.
But who's to say the lady who's having the party, that was her video?
It wasn't.
You
But
don't
go
know
ahead.
that.
I do know that.
It wasn't.
I do know
it
that.
It wasn't sure.
They wasn't none of the people involved in that was even there. Period.
It wasn't.
I was there.
It wasn't the promoter. Cheryl didn't shoot the video.
I'm gonna say this again.
Okay then.
But guess what? I did, and I was authorized to.
So you saying that was
So-
your video?
So they took our video, put it on their shit for a party in a little small town. That's kind of foul.
Oh, y'all just saying that because it was y'all video.
No.
Yes, y'all
No,
is.
that's not- I'm just
Yes,
using
y'all
that as an
is.
example.
'Cause
No,
if-
it-
'cause if
it
I
didn't have
would've
to
shot
be
the
mine.
video,
The
y'all
promoter
would've
wasn't there, and the person with the party wasn't there. But they got the video from somewhere, and they got the video.
The
from someone who was there.
videographer got it from somewhere.
What
Well, see,
video?
I'm-
He got it.
Videographer,
Who's
they
the
got it from
videographer?
The videographer.
The videographer got it from your page or something, apparently.
That's stealing.
So y'all pretty much telling me what not to do, so I'm listening.
Yeah,
Real good.
Vail.
What if they,
I'm
what
listening.
if your videographer
Real
was
good.
Sean's thing? What if somebody else took that?
Yeah,
That was
Yeah,
yours.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
That's
But I'm
a
saying-
good one. That's a good one.
Okay, now if
That belongs
But
to
just-
you.
Yeah, he gonna feel different.
we just say no, just say if he took the scene where they were stepping on the
If they
floor,
take any
not
of it,
Michonne.
They wrong.
What if he took Michonne as they
That's
were
different.
And then
No,
they
it ain't.
Put that on the flyer.
No,
Okay.
that's different.
Everybody in them videos is somebody.
Y'all making up shit now.
No, we not.
Yes, you
Everybody
is.
in them other videos is
'Cause I'm
somebody.
trying
Am
to
I right or
say
wrong?
something. I'm saying
Okay, then say it.
if they took just the footage of them dancing and made a video, I wouldn't personally say that's my, you know,
But what they saying is it's the same video.
no.
Magnolia Crescent Orchards right here just said intellectual property. Exactly.
But then
That's what that's called.
But like
But
she
she
came
was
up,
watermark.
but what if she put Michonne on it?
It ain't
That's
gotta be.
different. Because now you saying Michonne gonna be enjoyed there. Right.
Yeah.
But that's-
It don't matter. Everybody on that flyer, everybody in that video is somebody. Just because they not
Well, I don't-
famous and making music.
Well, I don't know the law, the actual
I do.
law behind
I
that.
do.
Oh, yes.
I do.
Yes.
Because I've been doing this a long
It's just
time.
People, I think, in stepping have been kind of tiptoeing around.
Yes.
But then,
And not saying
what's the
stuff and
law
taking
behind
people to
that?
court for
Yeah.
certain things that's been happening.
It's copyright infringement.
It is.
all right, did you sue him?
What I'm gonna get? Shit. I might even win. What I'm gonna get?
Pass to the next
Shit.
step.
Then be quiet.
Free pass.
Let me hold some.
I'm done fucking with you, man. Hey,
Oh, no cussing on this show.
we get ready to close this out. Vale, hurry up. We gonna close out. We gonna get done because y'all done had me here for 2 hours arguing with this knucklehead
No,
over here.
Vail went to go take
I'm gonna loan you some
stepping
hat, man.
lessons.
Maybe you'll calm down.
Vail went to take stepping lessons.
You went to go take stepping lessons.
So when he on the floor, you announce it.
Yeah. But once again, I want to shout out a few more events. Lisa Lucky, March 30th. We're going to be at the Loft, 752 Broadway. DJ Vail, they're going to be at the Teamsters Union on the west side. Harrison and Ashland with MVK. July the 6th, they're going to be at the Tinley Park Convention Center, MVK and Deja Vu. Rodney Mack, White Party Weekend, June the 19th through the 21st. We'll be in Motown. Faces of Houston, I'll be in Houston, July 19th through the 21st. July, that's in July. It's going down. Les Masson, May the 12th. The Mad Hatter's Mother's Day Brunch. Right.
So is that a stepper set? That's just a.
I do have step. Tea time is DJing, but
Tea Time will be the DJ.
It's just more of a women's event.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more or less a women's event. So, guys, y'all can go, man.
Yes,
Just
they
stand
can.
outside. There's gonna be a lot of women there with big hats on.
All the
That's
single
right.
men need to go there, huh?
All the single guys. It's going down, y'all, in the Steppers community. Don't forget, each and every Sunday, yours truly, the ambassador, WZONradio.com, slow jamming on the Sunday afternoon. And don't forget, each and every Tuesday, right here, inside Steppin, 7 p.m. until they kick us off the air with Brian and Poppy Forbes. Each and every Tuesday, inside Steppin. This part one, y'all. We coming back. When they come back, we're gonna do part two. You in, Ville?
What are you talking about? Oh,
Inside Step.
oh yeah, I'm coming back part 2. How long y'all here till?
We not leaving.
Y'all not leaving?
No, we staying.
They moving.
Love that.
She be talking crazy as hell.
That's
The house around the
that's a
corner.
good that's a good move.
Look, we was talking about moving back
Y'all
home.
get this house. Y'all get this house. Y'all
How much you give it to me for, man?
he don't, y'all
How
get
much,
this house
how much
right
you?
here.
How much you let me get it for?
Y'all could be here to 3:30 every day. Then y'all gotta go.
You gotta get out.
I get off work.
So we closing this out. Or y'all closed out already?
Hold on, man. I got
You can
the.
talk while he trying to
Okay,
figure
yeah.
out.
I just want to promote my event
Yeah,
one.
man. Do it. Do
Once
that. That's
again,
what we here
okay.
for, man.
You don't remember?
I remember
Want me to help you out?
No, I got it. I can take care of this here.
April 20th, your birthday.
No, I done it. Well, the party's already set for my birthday, which is April 20th at the Grand Ballroom. That's every single year, black and white. But what I do want to promote is the 4th of July weekend, which is a big weekend that we're gonna do. Deja Vu, MVK. We're starting that Thursday, which was be at the Nova Entertainment Center, 1515 East 154th Street, casual stepping. Then we're gonna do that Friday, which is gonna be red, white, and blue jeans at the Noble as well, at the Noble Center as well. Then we're coming back with Tinley Park, with Maddie B's birthday, Smooth, Deja Vu, the event they do every year. We collaborating with these guys. Following that Sunday, we're going to the park and we're gonna kick it off at the park and we're gonna do great things there. It's gonna be real great, and that's at Middles Meadow, First Avenue, Roosevelt. Lock that weekend. 4th of July weekend.
First Avenue and Roosevelt.
Maywood. So that's gonna be top shelf. That park, I'm thinking about doing like a little stepping contest in the park. That's gonna be the first time somebody ever done that.
All right.
Contest.
Can I get in?
Hey, you know what? I'm loving it. There are more and more contests popping up.
Contest.
And I'm
Contest
glad
stepping
to
in
see
the
that.
park. That's gonna be the first. I'm gonna be the first to do
I'm
that.
not if the
Watch.
same people gonna rotate in.
Stepping in the park.
Every
Tell me
Yeah,
they
but
got-
see,
matter.
but
They got
things are
Contest is
changing.
contest.
Things are changing.
Contest is
they gym shoes.
no. It's gonna be a wood floor, a big huge wood floor. You know what I'm saying? So you can bring your stepping shoes. You can bring your paddle. It's gonna be off the chains. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. Nobody never done it that I know of.
Since y'all ain't got no good DJs, can I come? Y'all ain't got no good DJs on the west side.
Well, we got plenty of flash drives. We can always put a flash drive in there and let it play.
I know you got one in the car.
We got plenty of flash drives. We just
I know you got one in the car.
so
I cannot get to this here.
I know you got a lot of comments tonight.
Yeah. I got a peanut gallery.
yeah, because never been acting silly all night long.
Dude, man, every time he be on the show with me, like we do the world's largest, he be clowning. So,
Oh man, I can't wait.
all
till
right.
that.
So right quick, y'all, before we, thank you. Look, she know I can't see a
Oh,
damn
by the way,
thing.
appreciate you, Brian, Poppy.
yes, thank you
Always a pleasure.
for having us. Yes.
Well,
Tiffany,
Yes.
Mr. Nevels.
We need you in
Great.
your shirt, Vail, so we can put you on
Yeah.
our VIP wall.
See, he
All right.
didn't even tell me he was coming until an hour before.
That's
Oh,
I
okay.
told.
that's
you
how
when
we
they told
operate at
me.
Inside Stepping.
I
We
didn't
got
tell you that.
look.
That wasn't me.
I
That
do
was
have a
you.
shirt. I could at least bought a
Y'all
shirt.
need a shirt.
Quake Styles in the building. What's going on, my man? Quake in the house. Okay, look, y'all. Right quick, let me pay this bill right quick, y'all. I gotta talk about my man Jay Most because he got a thing going on. Y'all.
Oh yes.
Command Steppers up there in Minnesota, y'all. Look, the 15-year anniversary. They're doing. This is a big thing. We were talking about the contest, right? This is the kickoff of the contest season, right here. Minnesota Steppers and Line Dancers All-Star Bash, home of the Y'all Can't Beat Us Couples Dance, Line Dance, and Steppers Contest, May 30th to June 2nd, y'all, 2024. Now, the weekend pass is $140. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, day and night sets only. They got the hotel information up there. The Hilton, Minneapolis St. Paul Airport, Mall of America, right there. The king single rooms are $139, doubles are $139, and the junior suites are $169 with free parking and shuttle service. They got shuttles from the airport, y'all. So if you come flying in and you ain't got to worry about the headache of having to leave that spot, because it's all in one spot. And they got the shuttles that are going to the some of the attractions around the way, like I think they got Paisley Park. They got
You don't want to miss
Mall
that
of
event,
America.
man. That Mall of America for all the
Mall of
women's
really.
and
They
guys.
said the women's,
the,
the women's.
the women's, the
Um,
ladies. That mall is phenomenal.
Yeah, so Command Steppers, y'all, they are doing the thing, man, in Minneapolis. As a matter of fact, I was talking to somebody the other day. Several people have already bought their tickets through this show, and we are more than likely, Inside Stepping will be in the building. I think we're going to put that on our roster. So May 30th to June 2nd, y'all, you don't want to miss Minnesota's All-Star Bash. Now, look, they're having a Steppers contest, and they're having a line dance contest, and they do have a great big purse, $10,000 purse, y'all. Cash winnings, and I think you get your money right there and right there.
I saw that.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
I think that's
I
I
saw
think
it.
that's a
That's true.
phenomenal thing. Yeah, y'all ought to get in it.
Y'all gonna get in the line dance?
Couldn't get a
Right.
line down.
What you gonna do? Right.
I don't know what we gonna do.
Yeah, y'all gotta. They also got a thing
Take
going
Vernon with us.
the George Floyd Square too, y'all. For that thing.
What?
I want to go there myself to the George Floyd Square.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been there. It's a
On
Really,
Thursday
really
is a rep your city, so you wear your shirts and your things like that. You know, so you rep your city, y'all. On Friday is a favorite hat, so it's a hat night or hat day. Saturday wear something. What does that say? Wear something silk. Yeah, something silky. All right, I like that. And then wear your group shirt on Sunday.
Not
But
in
of course,
Minnesota.
y'all know it's Step a Sharp on Saturday, so do not forget that part. I don't know. Well, listen. Here's the thing. Jay Most will be on the show April 2nd. So get ready. That is going to be a phenomenal show because we're going to talk about his music. We're going to talk about his history in the dance, and the amount of things that because he's done a lot in Minneapolis, y'all. That man has put in work. So we're going to have him on the show on April 2nd. So y'all get ready. You're going to want to pay attention to that one because you're going to get a little history and you're going to get some more ins and outs for his upcoming event, which we're looking forward to. All right. It's about that time, y'all, because I'm tired of y'all, especially you. You.
Are y'all gonna be here for my birthday party? I'm just asking a question.
April what?
My birthday party is April the 20th at the Grand Ballroom.
We'll be in Phoenix.
Jules and Gents.
Yep.
Jews and gents.
Yep.
Yeah, Brian be DJing.
Okay.
Yeah, I got.
What about next year then?
Hey, look,
well,
I'm like you. I got yearly obligations. That's one of them.
That's cool then. Well, anyway, y'all come out check
You
me
need
out.
to come. You need to come have your birthday party at Jules and Gents. See?
Well, actually, I does an event.
Oh, okay.
30 plus years, high level.
wow.
Shouts out to high level.
Okay.
Myself, brother Kyle. I've been doing that event 30 plus years. Purcell Hall. Have you ever heard of that?
I have.
Great set.
Yeah.
Okay.
You would love it. So me and Kyle been doing that set for 30 plus years. I celebrate my birthday every single year on the third Saturday, which I probably never get to Jules and Gents because of that reason. But
Yeah, well, I
maybe
understand. It's some stuff like there's events that I want to go to,
Yeah.
but I'm obligated to other stuff. So
Since you ain't got no good DJs at Purcell Hall, can I come and play?
I'm trying to see.
Are you the DJ at Purcell?
Yeah, I'm the disc jockey, but
anyway, since y'all ain't got no good DJs,
Since you ain't got a good DJ.
I'm trying to see where can I go hear Kevin Neville's play?
that's a good question.
Yeah,
Wait a
send
minute, you
me-
gotta wait till
Let
summertime.
me see.
I got a
Where can I come
He
see?
he a seasonal DJ. You gotta
Yeah,
wait till
yeah.
summer. He
I
come
got
up
that
to the
one
hall.
here.
I got a studio right
really-
now.
Oh, in the bedroom. Your bedroom. Your bedroom.
Damn
I
it,
ain't like
boy.
Brown. I ain't got my controller next to
Hey,
the
that's
bed.
just one of them. I got one in my office too, and I got one in this bag back here too. I do. I got a problem. I'm excessive. What can I tell you? I can't help it. You know. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank everybody for tuning in. Appreciate
Yeah.
you.
It's time for y'all to ignore these clowns. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in for this whimsical event. This show has been lots of fun, and I've spoken with some very knowledgeable gentlemen about the DJ game, about music, and about a few other things. And we've had a really good time here tonight, and this has been a special screening, if you will, of Inside Steppin', something different. And I've enjoyed it. And we've spent 2 hours and 15
Been
minutes.
that long?
Man, yeah, that's too long.
I thought we was gonna at least be in 1 hour.
Yeah,
Supposed to be 1 hour.
it's usually an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
but
was
you know,
him.
he get to run in his mouth,
Yeah,
man.
it's
You
him.
know, yeah.
I was
so,
listening today.
so we can hear you. We can hear your brain clicking.
Shout out to all the DJs who tuned in today. Shout out to my men's in Atlanta.
Yeah, shout
my
out Michael
men's-
Samsonite. He was in the house.
What's up, Mike?
And if I didn't call your name, trust me, charge to my head, not to my heart.
J-Mall, what's up, bro? Joanne.
Yeah. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all. I want to thank everybody. I want you to have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for everything. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for kicking it. You're not going to get my usual spiel at the end because it is time to go, and I don't have it. So with that, there's that. So I want everybody. I just want to tell y'all, man, like always, I love you. Ain't nothing you could do about it. And we're going to see y'all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Y'all remember that? Love, peace, and chicken grease, y'all. We out.